Star Wars.
Welcome back to Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Take us away.
Star Wars!
Good lord.
Star Wars. I need you to click button. Start the Star Wars button.
Star Wars button.
It's starring time.
Hey, it's starting time. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
Fine
Go
casting.
hang on, we're here to give us.
God damn it.
I'm here to give us one dark point. Well, this is going to be a pretty lean
Oh.
session in terms of destiny points, huh?
Wait, can we restart session? I want to
No.
roll again.
No.
No duty triggered. Wow. Unfortunately, obligation triggered. Everyone's strain thresholds go down by 1 for the session. Except for Moira, who goes down by 2.
Fuck. Damn. How'd I know?
Cruel system.
Well, I mean, narratively it makes sense. Her brother has been sold. No, so sorry. Sold
Aid
implies
to be
you
taken
receive.
into
Yeah,
slavery.
I was gonna say sold implies that you receive compensation. You didn't.
We had to give
God damn it,
compensation.
that's still the funniest fucking thing about this entire exchange.
Yeah.
You paid Samra to take him.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Oh, that's so funny.
So
That's not gonna stop being funny to me.
It was the only choice in a bad situation. Still feels real bad, though.
Hello, Tommy.
It's important we tell the higher ups a more convenient version of events as to why he's no longer with us.
I'm gonna get my fucking credits back, I swear to God. Now, how am I gonna do that?
Hold on.
We'll find out.
Hold on. I need to retrieve an image to make my joke real quick. Hold on. Let me just give me a moment.
You can have a few.
Okay, all right. There we go.
Okay,
You know what? Normally, yes, 100%. However, in this case, she was the one who paid the credits.
That's true. She would be telling on herself here.
So I'm not saying that she wouldn't tell on that aspect of it from Lysander, but
She would
I
have
don't
to
think
come up
she
with her
wants to
own
make
story.
herself look bad.
All right, so Samra's palace. Well, that's where you are right now, and that's where you want to be, right?
get that lightsaber.
Yeah.
Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, you were promised a tour of Samra's palace.
Yes.
Yes.
While your good buddy Mark was taken away to be prepared to do medical service for Samra. That's at least the information you are under.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Other
what
than
we've
Mark.
been told.
Who has been told that he's going into fighting pits.
He is going to the pit.
Yes, you have been very specifically told you're going in the pit. For the rest of you, however, after abjuring with the mighty and esteemed Semra the Hutt, you gather in the lobby outside of his reception hall, awaiting your tour guide and giving you a few moments to discuss in relative privacy. Should you like to talk about what just happened in there?
Could I perhaps roll a knowledge skill to predict whether or not Mark is being dragged into something worse than medical duty? Perhaps if I rolled well on Underworld, he's a hut. He's probably put in a fighting pit.
No, I don't think there's any skill check you could really make to do that. No.
Okay. In that
If
case,
you were asking about, do you have any knowledge on whether a hut might traditionally have other ideas of entertainment, then maybe, but even that's a stretch because that's you using the meta narrative, to justify determining knowledge that you don't know in character.
yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. In that case, I will operate on the assumption that Mark is being used for medical purposes.
I mean, it's not a unfair assumption to assume that Semra might be playing at a bigger game here.
Yeah.
You just don't know what his ploy is.
Like- It wouldn't be unreasonable to think that he's making Mark do other shit, going straight to he's in a fighting pit and is gonna get killed in front of us. Might be a little much.
Yeah.
Okay, could I then roll just to know that they likely have fighting pits for entertainment?
I mean, sure. You could tell you why don't you make an outer rim knowledge check. 3.
I couldn't possibly imagine that they're using Mark for anything other than medical services. I'm sure he'll be
As I said,
unharmed.
you have a moment presumably before Semra's guide, because obviously Semra's not going to guide you himself. that
Lazy
tour
ass
would take way too long. Now you have a moment if you want to discuss anything.
Alright, well, on top of the talking hush whispers, on top of the lightsaber, we also need to get Mark out of here. Does anyone have any ideas?
Yes.
It don't involve killing Samra. Because I think even if we did that, that'd be a bad idea. We're in his palace.
No, we should certainly find a way to make the situation not result in violence, if possible, and certainly not implicate us in his escape if we can avoid it, because that will go rather counter to our goal here.
Really, what we really want is some kind of leverage over Samra so that we can negotiate Mark's freedom and maybe even the lightsaber. But he's very guarded. He's very good at what he does.
You think you're fascist dogs?
Yeah. As a mob boss, he's good at what he does. He's always watching his back. I think it'd be difficult for us to find leverage on him.
Which, to be fair, we are fascist dogs, but it's
You
still
are
hurts.
fascist dogs.
Not wrong. He's not much better, but he's
From
not
my
wrong.
point of view, the Jedi are evil.
We are fascist dogs, however, sticks and stones.
Glass houses, my dear friend.
We could betray Bowel the Hut, perhaps in exchange of knowledge, could earn us Mark's freedom, and maybe even his sponsorship.
Okay. Yes, his sponsorship, so you can talk at during the hut council. It's worth keeping in mind that knowing about Semra's alignment means that you're probably never going to get his sponsorship.
Yeah, I mean, he wants he is like in favor of Lancer right now.
He is funding the insurgents.
And we don't want that.
It's gonna take a big move to make him swap sides. That's not you swapping sides. You need Semra to swap sides.
Yeah. I'm really putting out the options.
Sure.
I just like the idea that the way that this was said, it's like we go and tell Semra that we were only here to steal something. Like we only showed up to do that. But no.
Things
Yeah.
Huts love to hear.
Yeah.
We were here to steal from you, but
But we're not gonna do that anymore.
The Starlight Pit.
that's what you're like. The what pit? And he's like, the Sarlacc pit. We have one of those.
In this part of the galaxy.
Hot you could. Well, let's see. Sarlaccs are. Well, Sarlaccs are native to Tatooine, I believe.
It makes Sarlacc the most horrifying thing imaginable.
Oh,
Already
that's
done.
worse.
Did you know? Fun fact. Did you know that the Sarlacc, as seen in
Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi, you only see one of its two mouths.
Is the
Oh,
other
yeah.
mouth the other side of the planet?
No, but beyond the first layer of everything, there is a second mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
And then the interesting thing is, it has two like different sections of a belly. One where non-sentient creatures go, and one where sentient creatures go.
Yes.
What the shit?
How does it
How does it tell?
No idea.
does it tell the difference?
It just does.
And then it like connects them, the minds of the sentient creatures, to basically one big mind over time.
Sorry, got freaky. Point is, they are native to Tatooine. However, they're not exclusive to Tatooine. Do not be surprised if a Hut has imported a Sarlacc to Hutta.
You know, that's fair.
Sarlacc's a space. It's crazy.
I don't think Sarlaccs are sentient, or sapient rather.
I always like the idea of creatures that are native to outer space. Like they just fly around up there.
Oh, Purgles.
Yeah. I don't know.
Purgles are the best.
Purgles are native to space.
How do you spell that? I don't know what it look like.
Double R.
Purr like a cat purrs.
Yeah,
Gill.
one word. They're big space whales.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big space whale.
They can do. They can jump into hyperspace.
Oh, hell yeah.
Didn't they give the people the idea to even use hyperspace to begin with?
Some say that, yes.
Not confirmed, but
No,
Oh my
not
God.
confirmed, but some say that, yes.
I figured. 'cause they said
Ezra,
that in Rebels.
Ezra believes that to be the case.
Ah.
It's hard to say because we do not have any confirmed knowledge from that far back, so it's impossible to say. That being said, it is unlikely to me that hyperspace was invented by like a singular species. It was probably like a thing discovered by multiple people at different times.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, it's a Sarlacc pit. That's where we were. Go on, Matt.
I don't want to end up in a Sarlacc pit. That sounds awful. So, let's not tell him we were planning on stealing from him. Really, I'm running out of ideas to get Mark out of here. My idea for the lightsaber was we just hide it on our person and walk out. And honestly, that was also probably a bad idea. Really, maybe we shouldn't come here. But we're here now, so we have to figure this out. I'm really hoping one of you has an idea. If I lose Mark, I'm getting outed.
Yeah, probably.
My dreams of grand master status are riding the mission.
How old's Lysander?
technically, they
22, 24.
Okay, I don't know. I thought it was older. It was like around 28.
No, he's okay. He's a bit of a prodigy. That's the idea.
technically his dreams of being Grand Moff would ride on every mission because
Yeah.
you probably can't fuck up a mission too bad before they stop considering you.
The problem is you're on the wrong track. Your infantry right now. You'd have to. Your best road would be like you need to become like an enlisted officer in the navy.
Yeah.
Really, I only say Grand Moff because I don't know enough about the Empire.
Well,
It's
okay. Any moth. Yeah, okay. You have to remember the Empire when it comes to the military doctrines of the Empire and its branches. The navy is heavily favored.
Yeah.
That means that most people in like major positions have naval backgrounds. The best of them have both. They have experience in both naval and ground warfare, but anyway.
Alexander, at the very least, has his eyes set on something
With higher command, sure.
Yeah. I mean, the use of force is probably not going to end well. We're outnumbered in a big way in this castle.
Alice.
The only way we get Mark back is, I feel, if Semra agrees to give him back.
I reckon we'll have to be in his favor then. And I think we should seek solutions to make us appear more likable towards him, because he is our opposition after all, and he is probably aware of that. In the face of or considering our first meeting with him.
Okay, well, what do you suggest? How do we get on his good side?
Much like for the reason we are here. Actually, no, wait, hold on. Last session we already asked him if we can do a favor for him, did we not?
Well, I mean, you asked him for a tour of the place.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And then you didn't bring tribute, and so you took Mark as tribute.
Yeah.
Well, you offered Mark services in exchange for a tour, and then you didn't bring tribute.
Then we have to pay him to take him.
Yeah.
We're good at this.
Yeah, totally.
The
Well-
Empire's finest, best of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps much like for the reason we are here in the first place. We could try to establish a better maintained relationship with Semra. In a way where we try to complete a favor for him.
I suppose we could offer some kind of mercenary service for him, but I think our higher ups would like us taking that kind of work. We could at least inquire, I suppose.
It's also worth keeping in mind that if he needs mercenary work, the mercenaries love working with huts. He's got that.
Yeah.
You walk around the corner, you see Boba Fett.
You guys know the buttons? No, it's that way, Boba.
Bye.
Well,
while you're having your conversations, one of the doors into this kind of not like lobby area in front of Semra's reception hall opens up, and what's the word I'm looking for? The Semra's major domo walks back out. The guy who took the Twi'lek who took Mark away. He walks back your way with a couple of guards at his side. Like he looks towards you. Greetings. His Eminence has tasked me with giving you a tour of his most esteemed palace.
Yes, that's right.
Well, I apologize for the wait. I had to settle in your companion. Well, former companion, I suppose.
How is Mark doing?
As he is being prepared for his duties.
Good. I trust he will settle in well. He always made friends quick.
Yes.
So, let's begin the talk. Lead the way.
Follow me. He starts giving you a tour of the premises. It's more or less what you expect. I'm not gonna go through the minutiae of it.
Figured.
You arrive through doors into one of the rooms, and here's the entrance to the mighty Samurai's treasure vault.
Oh, are we permitted to admire his collection?
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Little does he know.
Stay back here.
Sure.
He walks across the room towards the large vault door on the side. A small hatch on the side opens and an eye stalk on a rod comes out basically and just warbles in Huttese at the major domo. Magic knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I love protocol droids.
Gatekeeper droids.
Oh my bad. GG. Like in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Like this thing.
Wow.
They look like this.
Oh yeah.
It's a gatekeeper droid.
Or be looking at.
Yeah. The majordomo responds, but since you're on the other side of the room, you can't hear him. After which the eye stalk just looks towards you and then retracts back into the wall, and the vault door depresses into the wall with a hiss and starts rolling to the side. The majordomo turns around, looks towards it. This way.
So is it difficult learning how to use? Is it a difficult language?
So if we're talking, okay, real quick, because it's important to note this. As far as the system's concerned, if you want to say you know Huttese, you know Huttese.
Yeah. I'm more trying to create a little bit of a rapport with this guy just to put him slightly at ease.
He's like, I wouldn't know. I grew up speaking it.
Ah.
I haven't had the dignified pleasure of teaching the language to someone else.
Fair enough.
So I guess the obvious question is what we're looking for obvious in here?
Well, as the vault door opens and you presumably step through, you come into a large main room with several display cases and podiums with assorted artifacts and valuables on it. There are 4 large sections. This room is 2 stories tall, right? And on the walls to your left and right, there are 2 large sections on each wall that are like glass walls with another safety door on it into just large these side rooms which are filled with more gathered valuables, but predominantly piles and piles and piles of credits.
Oh jeez.
Probably millions of credits in physical chips. As well as assorted knickknacks. In the centerpiece collection of this room is very obviously a lightsaber.
Okay.
I don't want to look too keen on the lightsaber, like it's the thing we came here for. So I'm going to probably use a little bit before arriving at the lightsaber, so I can perhaps ask him about it.
Sure.
I just want to ask real quick. All of us know what a lightsaber looks like, right? I probably saw it from the
Yeah.
Inquisitor or something.
Yeah, I mean, this lightsaber looks distinctly different from the Inquisitor's lightsaber.
I mean, yeah. I was just asking if we know what a lightsaber
You
looks
can,
like now.
even if you
Yeah,
don't know
you would-
specifically, you can make an educated guess.
Yeah, okay, fair.
I believe.
the-
Well, we ran.
Hmm?
Sorry, I was gonna say we ran past an Inquisitor fighting a Jedi.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, but what
Just
the
from
argument?
the hill alone, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
the argument is that because the lightsaber hilts designs can be so unique, it's not always immediately apparent that they have to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's also
Especially Inquisitorius who have very uniquely designed lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like a case where there just might not be anything else it could be.
Yeah, you can very safely
thing.
infer that that's the lightsaber.
All right. Thank you.
It's metal banana. So I take
It's-
it. I take it this is a lightsaber, is it?
Yes, belonged to Count Dooku. Was the head of state of the Separatist Alliance.
Curious. How would I know of Dooku?
You grew up during the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the name. You know. You would know what everyone knows is that Count Dooku was the head of the Separatist Alliance. Then he died. And General Grievous was the head of the Separate Alliance. Then he died.
What a bitch.
I mean, that's most of it. You wouldn't know that he's a Sith. You might know that he was a Jedi.
Oh, I was going to ask something. I'm curious how something like that would end up here. I would have thought the Jedi that killed him would have taken it back to Coruscant.
Yes.
Yes.
Would have taken it back to Coruscant.
Yes, the derelict Jedi Order. I'm sure they're quite good at keeping relics secure currently.
True. Do you know how this ended up here?
I do. I handle all His Eminence's business dealings.
Was it a donation, perhaps?
The Major General rolls his eyes a little bit. He's clearly you are too ignorant for him.
Uncultured.
Yeah, he's like, His Glorious Eminence paid a large sum of credits to acquire this artifact.
I didn't realize something like this would be considered so valuable.
It was bought at auction.
Could I take a closer look?
Because you are receiving a close enough look as it is.
Can I tell him?
To let you get a closer look?
Yeah.
What do you put into a closer look?
I'd like to hold it.
He's not going to let you do that.
Okay.
That you can't convince him to do something he's never going to let you do.
I'm not sure how to proceed from here.
Good look at vault security.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one thing I'd like to do is look around. Is what sort of security stuff is visible here at the very least?
Give me a difficulty hard perception roll, please. From Evie.
Yep.
Okay.
Yippee!
You give it a look around. You see, you know what to check for. You look at the ceiling. Definitely cameras. That's the first thing you see. You also see automated turrets. There are definitely turret deploying spots in the ceiling. You also can note that there's probably, you're pretty confident that if an alarm is sounded, they can like lock off all the display cases here with electric locks and like trap them from anyone trying to pick them or force them open. So
Yeah, that all tracks.
nothing. The security there is nothing you didn't expect, but it's about as high as you expected. Outright this breaking in and stealing something from this vault without a thoroughly planned heist for the average wanton thief would be very difficult.
All right.
We could possibly do.
I mean, you have an advantage. You're already in the palace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we were granted the ability to like stay the night, could we like sneak through the palace and like break in feasibly?
Well, as far as Eve is concerned, who is the one who makes the check? You probably, if you want to, you probably have to deal with. You have to deal with the security. You can't just.
Yeah, here's what I'm thinking out of character. Here's what I'm thinking right now is that we know where this is, and we have an idea of the security, and we're gonna be here at least for dinner when we know where the hut and his most important people will be occupied. My thought is that when that is going on, at least a couple of us off. I deal with the alarms. Just 1 sec.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Excuse me. And then get somebody to get in and snatch it. That's sort of where my mind's at.
So you also, of course, have to deal with the gatekeeper droid because that's the only way into this vault. There's no other entrances.
Yeah.
Bribe that guy.
It's a droid that lives in the wall.
What?
Like, I appreciate.
What can you offer it? That way,
I deeply appreciate your hustle. What do you bribe a droid that lives in a wall and has a permanent Wi-Fi connection?
Unscrew it and make it be free.
I don't think it has the capacity to want to be free.
I
As
don't
in,
know
like,
how. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't think it's programmed to want to be able to be free.
Yeah, probably. I don't know how well. Like, I don't know that much about the gatekeeper droids, but like, since they like regulate a gate, that's like their thing, right? But is there like any other way to like get into a console or something, or a terminal to like try to force the door open or like shut the gatekeeper droid off? Because somehow it has to be like powered, you know?
Well, yeah, of course it's powered.
We somehow find a way to remotely set a fire inside the vault so the different alarm goes off to open the vault.
I mean, you could. See, the problem is, you could try and kill the power in the palace. First of all, it's a big tell. Also, probably stops the vault from opening.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Figured.
There's probably not going to be a manual access to get into the vault. It's probably all regulated by the gatekeeper droid.
Because Huts would rather their shit die with them than be opened by corpse robbers.
Yeah.
I roll some kind of knowledge skill to determine if a gatekeeper droid could be fooled or persuaded in some way.
That is not a knowledge skill. That would be mechanics.
Mechanics. My mechanics is not great. I don't know if.
Well, no, sorry. You're the one who wants to make the roll. That means you're the one who's going to be gonna roll. You can't ask me and then pawn the roll to on someone else.
Difficulty.
I'm gonna have to say 3. I'm gonna tap a dark side point to upgrade it.
Upgrade difficulty. Okay. It's not looking good for us.
Damn.
Yeah, you got no clue.
Guys, I
Well,
want to ask,
Yes.
how would an EMP affect the gate? Because it's like powered, or like the gate is like being controlled by the gatekeeper droid, right? Like, what happens if there's a droid popper, like affecting the droid?
Again, I
Maybe.
think if you shut down the gatekeeper droid, you probably can't get through the gate.
Okay.
So we've got to.
You need like there's not going to be a manual override or release. It's the gatekeeper droid exists solely to open and close this door.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it'll open the door if this fellow who's showing us around asks it to. Potentially, we could take him as a hostage without setting off any alarms.
Yeah, that does introduce a whole new world of problems of what do we do after that, though.
I'm not believe him involved. Make it
Can't argue with that.
Question then is, are you above taking hostages? The answer is no.
The answer is we've taken a hostage, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, the answer is whether the taking of the hostage, we're too worried about the butterfly effect it will have.
This isn't Life is Strange. Butterflies aren't real.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll fucking go then.
Oh my god.
I don't really want to just wing it and like sneak through the palace and like get to the droid and have no plan. And I don't think we can like force the door open.
Well, I mean, it could be sliced, but you'd be slicing the droid.
Is that practical?
You're for a good enough slicer.
Maybe he's a pretty good slicer.
I just,
Now, do
The
you want
problem right now
the
seems to just
question
be-
is if you want to bank on it.
Yeah, my thing is
hacks
we're-
everything.
it's
Okay.
yeah. I don't want the plan to just be me hacking everything. Both on a if one thing goes wrong, it goes so wrong. This single point of failure,
Yeah.
and also I just don't think that's engaging.
Mm.
I mean, like again, protocol droids are droids. They are sliceable. That is like they are droids in Star Wars exist on like one of like I think 6 tiers of intelligence, which determines it to what level they exist and do stuff.
Mhm.
I don't remember what they are, but the point is like you got like a tier of intelligence that is just literally like because you got R2 and like C and 3PO and droids that are like sentient and sapient.
They're like people.
But you also have droids that are literally like singular purpose, no personality, because they don't need sapience.
Right.
Mm.
There's Roombas and there's droids that are people and everywhere in between.
Let's see. There are 5 classes of droids.
Sometimes there are Roombas that are people, but that's
You
because
got-
people like getting weird with it.
You have class 5, which is labor droids. They just do menial labor, like heavy lifting, hazardous labor. You got class 4, which are combat droids. Class 3 those are droids programmed to interact with humans, such as protocol droids. You got class 2, where you got engineering and technical droids like astromechs, and class 1, which are scientifically programmed. like medical droids or science droids or etc. So this is probably it is a class 2 droid, but it's not high intelligence because it doesn't need to be.
It's low intelligence. It can't be reasoned with, but it might also be trickable. It responded to Huttese. Does anyone's character know Huttese?
Evie knows Huttese. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. There's no way that Evie doesn't know Huttese.
Yeah.
I suppose you could just pretend to work here and ask it to open. That might just be a password.
I would imagine there's a password.
Did you hear the guy say a password?
Well, he made you wait on the other side of the room and
Oh,
talk to the
right,
gatekeeper droid.
right.
Probably specifically so you could hear it. It's the password.
I get the feeling this guy takes security. If we want to deal with it, our options really are figure out what the password is, find a way to trick the droid, or hack the droid. That, as I see it, that's kind of what we have as options currently.
Yeah.
So we could try to have someone find if there's documentation somewhere of things like a password.
We could take photographs of the lightsaber hills, take it to someone not here, have a
Have a
replica of
replica
the hills
made.
made, and go to Baul.
I think he'll test it.
Yeah.
Press the button.
It's just, yeah, there's
broken enough to do it.
Yeah.
I appreciate your enterprising mind, but there's a pretty easy test for is a lightsaber a fake and is it turn on?
No, we just need to get a kyber crystal.
he
Yeah,
opens.
because that is gonna be easier than stealing this fucking lightsaber. For sure.
It's gonna open the lightsaber and there's a single A4 battery in it. No, I
Press
would
the button,
personally.
a plastic telescopic blade comes out.
What were you saying, Magic?
I personally think that trying to look for a password is going to be our safest bet, whether it's like trying to get it out of someone, which is probably going to be hard for Gamorreans because we don't know what Gamorreans are saying, I assume. And they probably wouldn't give it to us either, or
They probably don't have it. Just like
Or
random rank and file Gamorreans. You're gonna would you trust them with your password?
fair enough. We're not gonna get it out of I forgot. What's a Bib Fortuna rank? I forgot.
Major Domo.
Thank
Bib
you.
Fortuna, well, he's not a major domo. Bib Fortuna he's a hot lieutenant.
Oh, that's my bad.
Bib Fortuna is Jabba's right hand man.
I thought, okay, yeah.
Let's
Thinking
see, hold
about the
on.
names,
Well, I'll
that's
tell
a
you
bit
what.
different.
Hold on. Oh, never mind. It specifically, in fact, says that he is Jabba's major domo and
okay.
chief
Learn
of
something new
staff.
every day.
Yeah, I just I assumed he had a different position, but no. I knew he served the purposes of as Jabba's major domo. I thought he had a different position, but no, he's Jabba's major domo.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we're not getting the password out of him, I think, unless we strike him a pretty good bargain, which I could not think of anything since he's basically buddies with someone who's like ultra rich, you know?
You want to buy a person?
You don't have anything to offer him.
Yeah, exactly. And threatening him will not be an option either.
Yeah, if we get to the point of threatening him, can I be honest? We just take him hostage already because we've already crossed the point of no return there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you know.
Semra likes I've been to give up Mark because then he just has Mark as a hostage.
You know, actually, well, we can't offer him anything since, you know, he's in a quite secure position with his job and everything. Threatening him or like holding him hostage could mean that he's even more so scared about like the situation he's in because he has more to lose. You know.
I suppose. It's just
I still think that should be a last resort.
Yeah.
any kind of conflict we get in, I think we almost certainly just lose and die because we're in his paths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have our weapons? I think didn't we leave our weapons behind?
No, you're armed.
Oh, okay.
Mark doesn't have either of his guns, but that's it. Yeah.
They did leave. They did let him wear his clothes, though.
Well, the Major Domo, said, have you seen what you'd like to see?
I believe we have.
Then I suggest we depart in His Eminence's vault and don't linger.
Of course.
Gestures towards the exit, waiting for you to leave before he does.
We will leave before he does.
Yes.
Yeah.
He makes his way out. The door shuts behind him. And like, right, allows the tour to continue.
Where's next?
And it says, let's go see the beast dens. Come with me.
Oh, what kind of beasts you have?
And
We're gonna go to Mark now.
he's having a
Oh,
grand old
boy.
time, I'm sure.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
I stab you. How do you feel about this?
Mark can't respond right now. He's dead.
Correct. Hello, Tali. Have you come to make a eulogy for Mark?
Nah, she probably doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, you're right. Tali doesn't care about any of Logan's characters.
Mark's dead. No.
I don't think she. I don't think she
to
cares
be
about
fair,
my character.
I was gonna say, to be fair, she doesn't care about anyone's characters. All she cares about is getting butt scratches.
These are very important. The
And
kids will tell
tummy
you
rubs.
so.
And tummy
Yeah.
rubs. Mark, it's been a couple of hours since you were brought in here now. Presumably at this point, you figured your party is receiving a big tour of the place and everything.
Yeah.
You are down where most of the other fighters for the pits are. You've walked by a couple of different interesting looking fellows.
Would Mark have time to do medicine on himself? Because he does have a decent amount of wounds that I wish to take care of if possible.
Sure.
He is at half threshold. I believe that's still 1?
That is one. It's above half.
Yeah. Okay. Huh?
God damn it.
Wow. Actually, I did forget. I was supposed to roll an additional 2 difficulty dice. Not that that matters.
Yes, because you are doing it on yourself.
Yeah, that's on me.
As are
Well-
these wounds. And they're not leaving you anytime soon, it would seem.
Nope.
Yeah, you've seen a couple of the different fighters in here. Yeah, just sizing up your competition, I suppose.
Yeah.
How old's Mark? Remind me.
Do I have it written down? I might not.
No, if you don't want to.
30-ish.
He's what?
30-ish.
Okay, well, you see a super battle droid.
Oh.
Oh.
4B?
You've definitely you've definitely seen one of those before. from the during the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm. Am I able to see what weapons we are provided for these fights?
No, but you can assume with a battle droid that they are integrated.
Yeah.
Does he have wrist rockets though?
I was gonna say, you know what to watch. Watch those wrist rockets.
R.I.P. that.
Fucking they take away my guns and let that battle droid in.
At least it's not a rocket droid.
At least it's not
True.
Droidica.
Hmm?
At least it's not Droidica.
At least it's not a droidica. You're right, that would be worse. I'm gonna put a droidica in here.
No!
They were my fucking favorite because I played Lego Star Wars. The droidicas were so cool in Lego Star Wars.
Yeah,
The
literally.
droidicas are cool, end sentence.
I mean,
It-
yeah, but
It's cool in Lego because they move.
I was playing in
Yeah.
Lego and it was like they're round, and yeah, that's all I got.
That's it.
They
No,
round?
you're
I
right.
mean, they were round.
I'm putting
Yeah.
a droidica in here. There's a droidica
God
here
damn
as
it.
well.
In the corner of the fighting room, you see someone like sitting in the dark with like their hands like clasped together. You get a little closer and you see it's General Grievous.
Oh my god.
No, there's a lot of competitors. Presumably not all of these will be in the ring with you at the same time. That would be quite
hopefully
chaotic.
not.
There's Semra's fighting pits are not lacking in competitors.
Is there any like friendlier faces here?
Depends.
On?
What do you consider a friendlier face?
Not a droid.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Okay.
I mean, there are more non-droids than there are droids.
Okay. Pick one at random.
Sure, there's a Rhodian sitting at one of the benches, just kind of just looking around the room.
Mark is going to approach.
He looks at me and says, "What is it?"
I just got here. Have you gotten into a... Have you managed to get out of the ring before?
Sure, I've done a couple of fights. He
Alright.
says, "I owe Semra 5 more before I'm free."
Well, lucky you. I don't know if I'm ever getting out of here.
It depends on the terms of your agreement.
Very fuzzy agreement.
Yeah. He just looks at you and says, "Yeah, you're not getting out of there."
Not easily, at least. I'm Mark. He holds out his hand.
Right hand good.
Sorry, he looks at your hand like, "Cool hand."
Right.
No, he'll look at you for a moment before he'll shake your hand. And he's like, "Scavald."
Nice to meet you. You know what kind of weapons they provide? If any.
He goes, different between every fight. I've been in both melees and shootouts.
Hopefully I can stick to shootouts.
But I've also fought some beasts. You might make us fight some animals again.
Oh, great.
So it says, if you haven't fought a cybernetically enhanced Nexu before, you're gonna learn how to very quickly.
I should hope so. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to learn anything else for the rest of my life. However short that ends up being. So do they just call on random people to go into the ring?
He kind of like Sometimes Samra wants to just see droids tear each other apart. Sometimes it's just us fleshy ones.
Hmm.
He kind of gives you like a shrug. Depends on the mood of his eminence.
Wouldn't say he's in a great mood.
Sometimes sometimes we just draw straws to see who goes out.
Hmm. I appreciate all this. Just want to say.
Sure, not that it matters. If we get to the ring, I'm gonna have to kill you.
Yeah. Wouldn't expect otherwise.
You'd ask him about when people die.
I did. Wouldn't it be
I
every
think that
time?
could- yeah, like
Yeah, I
Isn't a fight to the death in a fighting pit every time someone dies?
Like,
Notice-
how many people die like per section of,
Okay,
of,
okay,
of
that's-
fighting? You know what I mean?
Probably depends how many people go in.
yeah, I was gonna say I'll probably just ask how many people do they usually drag into the ring?
Much like every other answer I've given you, it depends.
Right.
And Semra is not one for keeping it easy to guess.
Of course. I don't think I have anything else I want to ask about. If you want to do anything else.
Well, you get up and head away from the road. You probably spend some time walking about. Make your way back to. You've been given a cell, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way back there, I assume.
Yeah. A place to rest, in quotes.
You
Oh
head
my
through
god, a bed that's your very own.
you head
Bed.
into a cell that you are meant to be sharing with like probably like 4 or 8 other people here. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, the room is more or less empty as you step in. Other than Lanza, who's in here.
Furrow his brow. What are you doing in here?
I could ask you the same thing.
I work.
What? You managed to piss him off?
The Samra? No. We think as thieves. Well,
So
most.
why are you? So why are you here then? You're not fighting, are you?
No, that wouldn't be fair to you.
Annoyed look.
He just gives you a grin. Or reaches up, just brushes his stash a bit.
Yeah.
No, I just came to see how the other side's getting on.
Folds his arms, leans against either the wall or like the bars of the
Yep.
cell. Fine enough.
He's like good enough as responsible as any from someone who's about to fight in the death pits.
Yeah. So you just came here to gawk?
Well, more or less.
Well, hope you enjoy the show. I'll make sure it's a short one.
He's like, oh, I don't doubt that. Your pals are receiving a tour of the place, probably planning a little heist, I bet. He thinks for a few moments and says, what could they be looking for?
Semra's head, mostly.
Ooh, I doubt that. See, now that'd be a very bad idea. Kill Samra, that pisses off the rest of the Hut Council.
Sure.
So then y'all definitely don't get what you want, but I definitely get what I want. Actually, on second thought, I hope they do. That would benefit me greatly.
Think of these any more Jesus.
Yeah, he's gonna look a little confused at that. Like, what are you after?
What am I after? He thinks for a moment, says, anything that helps put people like you in the ground faster.
Okay. Right. Play every side. Always come out on top.
Sure, if that's what you think of me, then I can't stop you.
Right. Well, I'm gonna try and get some rest. Appreciate it if you get out of my hole.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like this. Much nicer than my room.
Somehow I doubt that.
Ah, you'd be right. I was just lying. He takes a moment. He gets up from the bunk he's sitting on, walks towards the door, letting you make your way a bit more in before he comes. He says, "So, what? Why do you fight for the Empire?"
Ooh.
He doesn't let Mark answer. He says, "Do you think it's fun bullying the little guy?"
Mark thinks for a little bit more. Hang on, now I gotta come up with a response.
Yes, it is fun to bully the little guy.
I mean,
I did think about saying that, but no, that's a bit
You
on
start
the
playing
nose.
someone bigger than you? It never goes on.
Yeah.
I like having order.
Yeah, that's all right. Fair enough. I suppose it's one of the few positive things you can say about the Empire, and even then, I wouldn't argue that it's positive when it comes at the cost of everyone's well-being.
Sorry that I choose to look out for myself.
Take someone and says, "I don't forgive you." See, see, you accuse me of looking out for myself, right? Of playing both sides, always coming out at the top. That's what you said. Those are your exact words. See, but at least I have principles. So at least I'm fighting, so that dogs like you can't oppress the galaxy anymore. So the order you represent burns villages to the ground for not paying taxes to send a message. This is that order kills children. You kill people for looking at you wrong. Is that order?
Mark instinctively goes for his blaster. It's not there. Lowers his hand. Still not looking at Lanzo. Just kind of looking down at his bed. Just if he could see him, he would have the most pissed off expression ever.
Like, you make weapons of mass destructions for what? He shrugs his shoulders. Keep the peace? No. It ain't about peace. It's never been about peace. You know what it's about? It's about fear. It's about keeping everyone so scared that they'll never dare to raise their hand against the Empire. Because when they do, you burn planets. But here's the thing. Mark, right? It's Mark. He looks at you from Corellia, right? That's what I believe, you and your sister. What do you think happens if enough Corellians decide that they don't want this anymore? You think your planet gets spared just because you've got a couple exemplaries in there?
Shut up.
And there goes your resolve.
Get out.
He holds hands up and says, all right, I'll get out of here. He makes a couple more steps for the door, and he stops. Says, "If you decide," says, "Sorry, let me walk that back real quick."
Yeah.
I'll just restart that sentence.
No, you're good. Yeah.
When you get out of here, and you go back to Nar Shaddaa, and you tell your little ISB lady about everything that went down here. He thinks there's a file under the consoles, in the ISB headquarters. Download it and upload it to a lamppost disguised, a relay disguised as a lamppost. You know, when you decide you actually care about the things you're fighting for. Have fun in the pits, boy. And he heads out.
Ooh. All right.
Okay.
All right.
That was good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Lanzo is smart. He knows that they're gonna get out. One way or another.
He understands who he's fighting against.
Yeah.
And I just feel like Imperial special forces are not inclined to leave their guy in there, and I think he knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
Read like a book. Good shit.
Yeah, he read you like a book. The hungry caterpillar. All right. The rest of you receive a more or less full tour of everything that's worth seeing at the very least.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The Major Domo kind of concludes the tour back at where you started. And that is a complete tour of Samura's facilities.
Well, thank you very much. This is very interesting, very informative.
Yes. And lunch is in 20 minutes.
Ah, where shall we be dining? In here?
He looks around. In this lobby? No, I don't believe so.
Oh, where's the dining?
Samurai will receive you in his personal booth.
Ah, very well. We'll go in 20 minutes. Thank you again for the tour.
He gives you a nod of the head before he walks off with his guards.
Well, now we have 20 minutes to strategize.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe our best bet is to deal with the gatekeeper droid to get into the vault after disabling security, hopefully through an external console. My hope is at least to turn off the alarms so that while the meal is happening, they are not alerted. Obviously, all of us can't leave, will be noticed, but I believe at least one or two of us should be able to manage.
Perhaps you could feign a sickness and be permitted to...
I was...
Oh, did you have an idea?
I was going to simply ask where the refresher was.
Perhaps the simplest choice was the best one. Sounds like a plan.
Captain, I think you have to stay, regardless, if you are the representative of our operation.
I will keep Semra's attention while we enjoy our meal.
I do have to ask though.
Yes.
When exactly are we committing to getting Mark out?
When the opportunity presents itself, or shortly after we complete our work on Noshadar.
That's true. We could just come back for him later. It's not ideal. Especially if we figure out we stole something from him. Then I just tell them.
Did you say that in character or out of character?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling your character.
No. Indeed, we should preferably do it as quickly as possible to our, or as close as possible to our current mission. Like in a time
Only
way.
in the medical area. I can't be that well guarded, I assume. It'd be tricky, but it shouldn't be possible to leave with him.
Yes, but I am just suggesting that as we're making a plan to retrieve what we came for, we also make a plan simultaneously for Mark. Because the full team is more valuable than our mission, because he grants us a higher success rate with future missions.
Well, do we know where the medical area is from the tour?
You were told where Sarah's clinic is, yeah.
Yeah, okay. How close is that area to where the dining area is?
Not immediately around. Different parts of the facility.
Okay. Ideally, we would be able to signal to Mark to make his own escape and then reconvene with him as we're leaving. Link up with him on the way out. If we have two people leaving for the refresher at once, one could head into the clinic and try and signal to him when we're leaving so we could route back up with him.
Not a terrible idea. Our main. Oh.
Oh, we lost.
Yes, it was a terrible idea.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing. Unfortunately, I was like,
we lost
never
a member
mind.
of the crew.
Where did she go? What happened?
I know, I'm sure it's a little bit, but I don't think it was that bad.
Hello.
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 Hi.
I'm sorry, there's fucking thunder going on. Cutting
If
off
you
my
like the
Wi-Fi.
idea, you could have just told Matt.
I didn't even hear the idea.
It's
Yeah.
It's okay. I was continuing a bad joke.
Oh, okay. My bad.
It's
My
okay.
bad.
Now I lost
My
my
bad.
train of thought.
I'm going.
The idea was that when two people leave to the refresher, one would move to the clinic to try and signal to Mark when we're to like make his own escape and regroup with us as we're leaving.
Alright.
that won't work. It's not that big.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to. We're
Yeah.
playing with the narrative.
Yeah.
Sure. Of course.
Is there like military style hand gestures?
Are there?
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
someone be like in
yeah.
the doorway of the tunnel, they can like signal discreetly what the plan is?
Sure.
Okay, good to know. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the plan. I will stay and chat with Semra during lunch. Evie and maybe Moira leave to take care of those things. Lamorsa will be the main Semra.
All right.
Understood, Captain. Was it out of character?
I think it was a character, but it can
My
be a
bad.
character if you want.
You should try and. It is preferable that you do your planning in character. No, that's okay.
Okay. I was more like summing up what we decided, but yeah.
Mm.
Deciding. We just hadn't decided on who to go with. Me.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's okay. So Moira's going with Evie.
I think that makes sense since Lamorsa's expertise is more in heavy weaponry, which
Sure.
is not what this mission requires.
Yeah.
Moira would be more invested in reading Mark, so I thought
Yes.
it makes more sense to have that person narrative.
Yeah.
So you're gonna head to Semra's booth that you were told about.
Yeah.
I thought someone was coming to get us.
I'm sure. I mean, a servant will come and get you.
Alright.
Take you there. Okay. Meanwhile, Mark. It's been maybe an hour since your conversation with Lanzo.
Yeah.
There's you hear like an alarm go off, and you see people all in your cell. Kind of the other people here to just get up and head out into the main area.
Mark is going to follow after.
All right, there is
Presumably, we are being funneled to the arena to be selected.
you head out into the main area of like the I said the main room where here there's some exercise equipment and sparring areas. Like this is a part of the where you as fighting slaves are kept.
Mm-hmm.
There's presumably one of Semra's employees, a large basilisk stands over at the other. All right, everyone, line up. We're drawing straws.
All right.
Aaron goes through. You get up. He's like, not you. He reaches with one of his other arms behind and pulls out a noticeably longer straw that he hands to you.
Okay.
But basically, this guarantees you're going to go in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rather than, having a chance of not throwing a long straw.
Yeah.
After all the straws are drawn, this fight pit master kind of like tallies up the people that are going. It's you, as well as 5 others that have drawn long straws.
All right.
All right, the 6 of you, come with me. The rest of you, he gestures to some of the benches. Sit down and watch the screens. And he's going to take you into the fighting pit.
And away we go.
You arrive into the fighting pit. There's sand beneath. There's a lot of sand, kind of, and just over clear, like metal bits of flooring around. You can see there are like outlines in some of the visible parts of the floor that are like clear for like hatches or maybe traps in some combat scenarios, you know.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, you see in the middle of this arena, the arena is like a round space with a clear shot to the sky. There's a bit of canopies kind of like narrowing the space above and casting some shade down. But you can see the clear, slightly yellow-greenish sky above. Up on higher levels, you see there are like several like arched windowways looking in that are currently all closed. The arena's maybe 50 feet across at most. About 50, 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah.
In the middle of the arena, there is currently a small, like brazier, almost like a brazier bowl, you know, that one might build like a bonfire in, filled with different weapons.
Yes.
The pitmaster takes over and says, "All right, rules are simple. Start on the edge, make your way toward the mid. When Samurai gives the go, you scramble to the middle, grab a weapon, and fight. Last two standing win."
Crud.
Amongst the people drawn with you is the Rhodian you chatted with earlier.
Oh
Scout.
no, I don't want to fight him.
Too bad.
Shouldn't have bothered with someone in a deathbed.
Yeah.
The fault's yours. You see Scavald. You see a Trandoshan in here. Trandoshans. There is a Wookiee.
Oh.
It's not rare. It's just a Wookiee.
Oh.
As well as some others, you know. Other people, all wearing armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they all kind of give a look around. The rest of the party, you are shown to Semra's booth. Open the door into a decently sized area where Semra is reclining in his, his hot chair. Because they can't do anything but recline, really. Given their slugs.
It's very alarming.
I would be on magic. It's
like
Magic
real.
Yeah, like when we're fighting the dragon, he just got up. I was like,
this morning. Oh.
Lancer's in here as well. He's leaning against the wall. He looks over as you guys have and says, "Oh, howdy, folks."
Eminence.
He gestures. He raises a hand up and just waves you in his direction. He's not even looking at you. There are a couple of seats put out here with like a table with. There's like a longer table in front of the air with like all sorts of food on it, fruits and meats and whatever else.
I take a seat.
There's a large bowl closer to Semra that's filled with like large squirming slugs. And of course,
Oh, he brought his kids to work.
Yeah, exactly. Ahead, there is like a large arced window that's currently like closed up. You can't see through it. Lancer looks your way as presumably a lot of you make your way in to sit down. It's like, I hope y'all are ready for lunch.
Are you joining us, Lancer?
It says, no, I got a deal I gotta take care of.
Well, I hope it goes well for you.
I think it will.
I will return back to Samra. You're looking well, Your Eminence. We appreciate this feast you put on for us.
a protocol droid shifts out of Semra's kind of like next to him, like His Eminence, thanks you for your presence. Semra didn't say a thing.
That's the second anything.
Yeah, exactly. After a moment, Semra gives like a vibrating chuckle, before he speaks, and the protocol droid continues to translate. And like, His Glorious Eminence says that he is putting on a most special show for you for entertainment during lunchtime. He hope you have brought plentiful appetite.
Oh, that's very considerate of you, sir. Might I say, you have a lovely house. We've had the opportunity to tour through all of it.
And Semra kind of just gives a dismissive wave. Lancer gives all of you a nod. Presumably the rest of you have sat down as well.
Yeah.
Like, well, enjoy your lunch. I got things to do. And he heads out.
Yeah, take it.
After which, Semra, he looks to the protocol droid, who gives like oh, yes, sir. And he makes his way towards like a loudspeaker button on the side of the room, press it down and says, His Glorious Eminence declares that the entertainment shall begin. The shutters kind of like rise up. Mark, from in the arena, you see like all around the arena, all of the shutters kind of like rise simultaneously, filled with people and attendants of the palace observing.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the party, you see as the shutters open up, you see into the fighting pits where that's Mark down there.
Lysander is a little visibly rattled. This wasn't what we agreed on, Your Eminence.
I have altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it further.
Your English is getting better.
Samuel just goes like, oh, and he starts talking again, which the protocol droid says, His Eminence wishes to inform you that that there were no conditions applied when you offered your companion in tribute. His Eminence has decided his skill set are better used in the fighting pit.
We made that deal in good faith. I believe this is an act of good faith, putting in a fighting pit.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch any of that, Matt. I only cut out.
We made that deal in good faith. I don't believe you are acting in good faith, putting him in a fighting pit.
Semra responds, and the droid continues to answer. His Eminence wishes to inform you that there is simply nothing you can do about it. These are the terms of the agreement.
Lysander will eat a little more food, rather than try and argue about it.
It's pretty good. At least the food's of high quality.
Our friend may be fighting to the death, but at least lunch is yummy.
Sarah reaches out, grabs one of the slugs out of the buckets, and bites its head off before chucking the rest into his mouth.
I try not to look directly
shrimp.
at him.
Yeah, it's gross. Okay, Mark. Your fight starts now. What's the problem, Mark? Is there an issue? No. Okay. Let's see.
Boy.
If you make your way to the range band tab,
Yes.
oh, you're already here. Marvelous.
Because I'm fast as Fuck, boy.
Then give me a moment to just
Put in all the tokens, I
put in
assume.
some toki dokis. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm giving each of them a tag relevant to their skill set. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm missing this one.
That one's gonna be an ATST.
How do you know?
Oh! Oh! Sorry, I spoiled it.
Ah, it's okay, it's okay. I know you looked at my files. Okay. There's a couple of people around this fighting pit.
Yeah. Sure are.
Mark, go ahead and give me initiative.
Oh boy. Okay, let me check my talents real quick. I don't.
Okay, take your time. I'm gonna take the opportunity to punch in some numbers.
Okay, I don't have anything I can roll with that. Is this vigilance or cool?
You expected a fight.
Cool it is.
Is it that makes it cool?
All right.
They are also going to roll cool.
Oh, please roll well on this. Oh!
Bum 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 da 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 da.
This is not good. This is real bad.
I'm punching in the numbers for all of these other lads.
Mm-hmm. Come on, no.
I really did love the scene. It would be really funny if Lanzo did that whole speech and Mark just eats shit and dies. Like he did the whole dramatic reveal and shit. Of like, you can come over to our side. He just fucking dies.
God.
Well, that takes care of a different problem for me. Okay, I punched in all of their initiatives. They all get to roll cool.
Wow, all at once. Neat.
Yeah, that's why I set them up to all go at once.
Where's up roll?
Okay. This is going to be an interesting combat.
Yeah. Oh boy, odds are stacked
So-
against me.
Sorry,
Well-
sorry to everyone who's not in the fight. You're going to have to sit through this.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay.
At some point, presumably while the fight's still going, is probably when Evie's going to try to suddenly slip out. So I'm gonna hop in at some point with that.
Yes, no worries. Let's take a look here. Logan, roll me a. I'll let you. How about you roll me a 1d5?
1d5, okay.
I'll determine who goes first, because to me it makes no difference, so I'll let you decide.
Alright.
2.
That's 2.
I'll start at the top. 1, 2. This man's gonna go first. The assassin. Alright, he's gonna spend his maneuver to rush into the center. He's gonna grab. He's gonna spend his action to grab a weapon out of the pile. Then he's going to take 2 strain.
Is he not in
Or-
medium range?
No, you're all in short range.
Oh, okay.
It's only. I can
Yeah,
only
I
do
get it.
so much with the range bands.
Yep, totally understand.
He's gonna take 2 strain for a second maneuver that he's going to spend to retreat as far towards the edge as he can do.
Okay.
The weapon he pulls out is some kind of rifle.
Hmm.
Okay. Will you go ahead and roll a d4? 1. Fantosian. Okay. He is also going to rush into the middle. He's going to spend his actions to grab a weapon, and he's going to remain there. He's going to spend it, and that's all he's going to do. Give me a D3. The order doesn't matter at all to me, so I'm just letting you roll for it.
Yep.
Well, this guy's going to go. Scavald. He's going to go.
Oh boy. All right.
He's going to rush
Okay.
up to the middle. He's going to strain for. He's going to strain for a second maneuver to grab the rifle, to grab a weapon. Then, with his action, he's going to target the Wookiee over here and fire. Let me make sure I got all of that right. That's going to be its short range. The Wookiee upgrades the difficulty once. Make sure I got everything. He gets 3 boost die against a target that's not yet acted in the encounter.
Shit.
Yeah, be glad he's not shooting you.
Yeah, no kidding.
And go. That's a self roll. It's a self roll. It's 5 successes, 2 advantages, 1 triumph.
Oh my god.
So, hold on, that should be. Yeah. So he's gonna do. Okay, he's gonna do that amount of damage. And he's going to. He's just gonna crit him with his triumph.
Yep.
The Wookiee now has scattered senses. That's pretty rough, actually.
Yeah, that's ooh.
Okay, that's all he's gonna do. Logan, flip a coin.
You got it, boss.
Ooh, okay. So the Wookiee does not get to go before you. It's probably better for you, quite frankly.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Okay. With a maneuver, we're gonna run up. We're gonna action to grab a weapon. Or action for maneuver to grab a weapon, rather. No, just action to grab weapon. That's all he's gonna maneuver. He's gonna take 2 strain to maneuver aim.
Okay.
So, Semra, is there any gambling for these events?
His most esteemed eminence tells you that he will make any bet with you. Logan, it's your turn.
Okay. Maneuver, run up.
Okay.
What weapons are there?
A bunch.
Okay.
If there's a weapon, I can't guarantee you'll find a specific weapon. You won't find a Dragon Eye Reaper, but you will find a blaster pistol.
Yeah. I want to get a blaster pistol.
Great. You grab a generic blaster pistol.
Okay. I am then going to take 2 strain and run back.
Okay.
That's turn.
That's turn. Okay. One moment. I'll.
You have a pistol you can put in my inventory, or
Yeah.
I'll do 500 credits on Mark down there.
Yes. Semra will. Here you are. You have picked up generic blaster pistol.
Did you
I
put it
put
on my
in your-
token?
Yes, I probably put it on your token.
Yes, it is. Okay, I can.
You could do it yourself. You could just put it on the actual sheet. You just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Sure, Matt. Semra will meet you. He'll meet you at 300.
500.
500. Sorry, he'll put 500 on the assassin.
So what happens if neither of them win?
But then he takes all your money anyway.
Oh.
Because he's Samra.
But he
He's the
needs
house.
it, actually.
He needs it.
He's in desperate need of some financial aid.
No, he'll meet you. He'll
1 to 1 odds on Mark winning, essentially.
he'll put he'll put 500 against Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll match that.
This is
Okay.
more so just to, like, keep him happy and occupied and, you know, reasonable rapport with him.
Okay, well, in that case, tell you what, why don't you make a charm check for me?
Difficulty?
Hold on, you have to give me a moment, because he's a hut.
Yeah.
Charming a
Um,
hut. as
charming
we've
a hut.
learned.
Okay, that's going to be difficulty. Just, the difficulty of the check is just going to be 3.
Okay.
But, because you are charming him, he upgraded thrice.
Upgrade difficulty thrice. Okay.
Yes, huts upgrade the charm checks against them thrice.
I will tap the light side point.
You upgrade once, go ahead.
I'm going to roll.
Alright, go ahead and make the roll. Alright.
No!
Oh, man.
He's certainly engaged with the bet, but you haven't really eased him into any security.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he'll match the bets regardless.
Someone like him is likely going to be quite guarded. He's obviously going to be very experienced with these kinds
Yep.
of dealings.
The
Mhm.
Wookiee's gonna rush into the middle. He's gonna grab. He's gonna take his action to grab a weapon, and then he is going to go and. No, he's gonna remain where he is. He's gonna aim for his next attack. Logan, give me another D5, please. Number 2. It's the assassin. The assassin is going to target Mark.
Oh no.
Remember when we talked about disruptors earlier?
Oh no.
Yeah, I put a disruptor in there. Also, I checked on the disruptor. When the disruptor inflicts a critical injury, the minimum result is crippled, unless it could be worse.
Oh my god.
That's 96 to 100. Okay, that's going to be a difficulty. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a difficulty. Let me make sure I got all of this right. That's going to be a difficulty 2 shot because he doesn't meet the full requirements to wield the weapon.
Mm-hmm. 2 range defense.
Check.
Yep, that's it.
You're not gonna dodge or anything like that.
I don't have dodge.
Oh, never mind. You're not
Yeah.
Dara. I forgot.
There's a pretty low XP character right now, so you know.
All right. Okay, he's just gonna do damage to you on the bright side.
Yeah, that I can deal with.
Well, this is gonna hurt though.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
it sure is.
That's gonna be 15.
Okay, hang on. I need to. Where's
Nope.
the
That's gonna be 15 damage. No pierce.
15? Ooh.
I'll
And that is
be right
5
back.
successes.
Hang on, I'm trying to pull up the cheat sheet. Where is it? There it is.
The 15, he has no pierce, so it's just 15.
That is. Tez, I have bad news. That is going to knock me out.
Ooh.
I'll just spend a life point to stay up with to stay at threshold.
I gotta. I mean.
Yeah. All right, you're at threshold then.
Yeah.
That shot.
Uh.
You are, Mark. You're frantically looking around, trying to figure out how to deal with the situation when a shot hits you square in the chest. The crowd erupts in in cheers as because that was cool.
Yeah.
For those of you in the party, you watch Mark just eat a disruptor shot to the chest. Your back thumps hard against the wall behind you, and you just brace and manage to remain upright. But you look down at your armor, you can see there's like a large hole chewed through it from that shot.
Oh.
Oh god.
Okay.
That's him down.
I will take a boost die from the 2 threats.
Oh, right. There's 2 threats to spend. You're so right. You can do that for Gore. You
Yep.
have 2 threats to spend. Let me pull up the. I should also pull up the cheat sheet. The cheap. My favorite Mario enemy.
Oh, bloop 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 bloop.
Thank you, Magic.
Magic.
Yeah. You can take. You can just take a boost die. That's fine.
Well, good.
Give me a
'Cause I
D4.
do.
Give me a D4. No.
I almost rolled a 1d45.
1. Okay. Scowled goes next. He's going to spend a. Tell you what. He's going to grab something out of the bin. He's going to maneuver. He's going to run to you, and he's going to stim you.
He's gonna stim me?
Yeah, he's going to stim you.
I knew you were my friend. All right, that is 5 health for me, unless he has
Yep.
stim pack specialization.
Can you give him a
tell you
little
what?
kiss?
Hold on. Tell you what. He has Stimpack special 1, so that's 6.
All right, fuck yeah,
There you
fuck
go.
yeah.
He jabs a stim in you. Says he's like keep it entertaining.
He's just gonna nod in response.
Okay, that's Scowl's turn. Give me a D3. 3. And that's gonna be homeboy here, the bounty hunter. He's gonna go. He is going to grab an item out of the bin for a maneuver. And he's going to, targeting the Wookiee in front of him, he's going to stab him with a vibro knife.
Ah.
To which the Wookiee has no defense. So this becomes a very plain roll. He's going to fail. He's going to give himself a boost die. Because he's the next allied character for himself. All right. Coin flip.
See how that works. All right.
Two. The Wookiee's going to go. The Wookiee targeting the bounty hunter in front. What the skibbity?
What is
Please
Semra?
stop. God damn.
What the hut?
What the esteemed excellency?
The Wookiee is gonna go. He hoists the vibro axe he pulled out of that bin high above his head and lets out a classic Wookiee roar. He has Wookiee Rage active, so he does deal additional damage.
Oh.
He's gonna maneuver aim. Does the bounty hunter? Yes, he has 1 defense and adversary 1. For the Wookiee, I'm gonna tap a dark side to upgrade his ability.
Oh my god.
And he's going to he's gonna do damage. The Wookiee's gonna hit the bounty hunter for 11 damage, pierce 2.
Oh my God.
Hold on, let's see. That's 11
My proficiency dice is a hell of a stat.
So the bound's gonna take. It takes 8 damage from that. With the triumph, the Wookiee is just gonna crit him because I think that's the most interesting possible. That's the more interesting results here.
Yeah.
He's disoriented. That's a problem. This is a setback dice on all his actions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mark, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to target the assassin.
Okay, go ahead.
Um,
The
I am going-
assassin has 1 range defense and
Okay.
adversary 1.
An adversary 1. Okay. I have a boost die that I'm going to get from the threats. I'm going to true aim, which gives me a boost die and 2 upgraded abilities.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim again for 2
all right.
strain
Go ahead.
and fire.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Assassin. I got this stat book here. This pistol has no pierce. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, makes sense.
So. Okay. Yep. I have the damage down. Go ahead.
Okay, with
You could crit.
yeah, I'm going to crit with the triumph.
You could crit twice with all those advantages.
I'll crit twice and recover 1 strain.
Okay. Distract. You can't make his free maneuver.
Okay.
Next turn. Okay, that's a pretty good shot. Yeah, you fire back. You almost kind of hit fire back towards the assassin up in the corner. You land a glancing blow against his side, but the crowd is enjoying the show. They like the
Yeah.
showmanship. The Trandoshan's going to go because he's the only one who hasn't gone. And he's gonna hop back. He's going to fire at the back of that bounty hunter with the rifle he grabbed out of there. So that's going to be in, let's see, difficulty 1. He's firing into melee, so it upgrades. The bounty hunter has adversary 1, so it upgrades again. 1 setback. Is that everything? I believe that's everything. Let me just make sure. Yep, that should be all. Okay, he's gonna hit the bounty hunter in the back. I think he might just be dead. It's possible that he's just dead. Let me run.
The Wookiee did get a good hit on him, so
The
it wouldn't be
Wookiee got a
surprising.
juicy hit on him. So he is just gone, yeah. Yeah. Alright, that's 1 man down.
I'm surprised. I fancy that Hunter's chances, Samra.
Samra grumples and hems and haws. Before we go to the next round, the piece is up in Samra's booth. What would you like to do?
Now would be a good time to use that mystery mouse tool.
I mean, yeah, I think this is about a good time that Evie is going to get up and ask, are there like servants going around?
Yeah, there's people. There's like a servant in this room who's like bringing more food to the table.
I think
As,
she like
as Samra's actively eating through it.
yeah, I think that she like tries to covertly in the way where she wants people to see as she asks like, where can I find the refresher? And, pointed down the hall and leaves. And I think before she does, like, we don't have established how their hand signals work or whatever, but I think she does glance at Moira and then like tap under the table or whatever their signal is, something that looks like it could be a normal motion, but is like time to go or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I know now we know that Mark's the fighter. I'm still gonna ask. Excuse me. Do you know where the clinic is? I'm not feeling well because I do have wounds. Like it would be obvious. I am actually injured right now.
Are you asking Semra or one of the servants?
A servant.
Okay.
Probably the same servant that Evie talked to.
The servant gives you a nervous glance before kind of like looking at Semra from the corner of her eyes. You get the impression she probably doesn't want to be responsible for many of you leaving.
No, probably not.
No.
She kind of gives you like, sorry, I can tell you when your friend comes back. Unless you want to try and push it and make a roll to convince her.
I will say we know at least generally where the clinic is from
From your tour, yeah.
although I know we're not actively going there anymore, but we have been given a tour of the premises.
Yeah. Still, she probably does, she just doesn't want many of you to leave.
Yeah. Delicate balance.
If I was gonna roll, what would it be?
I would probably say charm. Well, it depends on how you want to go about it. You could make it coercion if you want to threaten her.
Ooh.
Would
You know who I am.
No.
Yes,
If
Imperial
anything-
dog.
If anything, I feel like a threat against her employment.
Sure, you wanna? Sure, I mean, you can make a threat if you want to do a coercion roll.
Yeah, I'll do a coercion. What would difficulty be?
What's the threat? I don't need it word for word. I just need to know the idea of what you're threatening.
I feel like something decent would be like, I don't believe your boss would be too happy if you found out you denied a guest.
Okay.
Directions.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, no, totally. That's totally fine. Go ahead and give me a coercion. I'm going to just say difficulty easy.
Easiest, that's 2?
That's 1.
That's 1.
Oh,
Okay.
it's so easy.
Anything else?
No, not unless you have anything that you can tack on.
No.
Alright, then go ahead.
Fuck.
She
I fucking knew that would happen.
looks a little nervous and says, I should probably wait for your friend to come back. His glorious eminence wouldn't want too many of you to miss the entertainment. And she's gonna hurry off.
Could I
just leave?
This to a different person? Could I perhaps suggest to Semra himself that my colleague isn't looking well and could do with medical attention?
You can try.
Yeah, could I roll charm, perhaps?
Sure. Is that the case you're making, that your body isn't looking good, so they should get?
Yeah, I'll say something along the lines of like the Moira's condition is worsening a little bit since we've sat down. Maybe we should get looked at real quick.
Go ahead, make a charm check. Make it difficulty 3, upgraded thrice.
Charm. Difficulty 3. Upgraded thrice. Oh my fucking god.
Samra gives kind of like a grumble, and before he can speak, the protocol droid quickly turns to your head and says, turns their attention towards you. That is glorious evidence the mighty Semra the Hutt says that if your friend's condition is so poor, then it is mighty convenient that now is when you choose to get treatment.
Well, if you insist, my colleague will try and hold out.
His glorious evidence says it would be most polite of them to do so.
I'll try.
Okay.
I draw my weapon.
Shall we do? Do you want to have me go through what Evie's doing, or do you want to do another round first?
I will. I'll see. Well, it depends. If there's something the group has in mind to get more out still, or are you giving up on it?
I can't think of anything personally.
Also, Matt, I'm pretty sure if you don't roll a good shot with your weapon, I don't even think you can actually do damage to Semra.
He just laughs it off.
Because your base damage is 9.
Yeah, he
So-
has the breaks, but right.
Yeah, so the lowest damage you could roll is 9.
Yeah.
Which does not go through his oak.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I mean, more or less.
Ricochets back to you.
Oh,
I got
oh,
Bulma.
oh, oh.
We gotta start making armor out of these guys.
So yeah, obviously you were joking, of course. But even if you weren't, it's amusing to me that if you hit him, you'd probably barely do like chip damage, if you even did damage.
I hope this is just killing Samura with Count Dooku's lightsaber.
Go ahead. Matt, out of just curiosity, make an attack roll.
Yeah.
I just want to actually see how this would go. I know we're not doing it, of course. I'm just curious. Make me an attack roll with your blaster. I assume you're using your blaster.
Yes.
You are in engaged range. So, like, okay.
Right. Am I wrong?
You do click the bag. Something should be happening.
Oh, nothing's happening. I click the bag. Maybe I'll give
You
you
click the bag.
the HQ reroll.
No, nothing's happening for me either.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm not in the combat tracker.
No, that shouldn't be it.
No. Yeah, that.
That's weird. Hold on. I'll make the difficulty roll for you then.
Okay.
This is going to be a hard roll in 8 league, so because it's difficulty 3 because you're ranged in you fire a ranged weapon in melee range.
Yeah.
In engage, because you're sitting next to him. You're in engage range.
Yeah.
And you're using a heavy weapon. Blaster rifle is a heavy weapon, so that increases difficulty again. Semra has adversary 3. Do you get any boost die? Let's say you aim. Let's even say you double aim, just to
Okay.
even the odds.
Fair enough.
I just wanna see the best roll you can do. This is what a roll from you would look like.
I don't see the results.
That's a public roll. You should be able to.
This helps sending results.
I see it.
Above
It
that.
should be right above that.
Alright, my bad. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, let's see. One success. That's you do not do enough damage to pierce his soak, and and you rolled 2 threats on the spare, so he could fuck you
Hit
up.
him.
Fucking
You hit him, but you don't do enough damage to damage him, which means you could, even if you rolled 7 triumphs, you couldn't crit.
But he is offended.
Yes. Okay.
Very much so.
Alright. Do we have any other actions to try and get Evie out of here? Not
Evie's
Evie.
already out.
Yeah, the other one. You, Moira. That's the one.
The other one.
I couldn't remember your fucking name. That's
No, I can't think of anything.
Me neither. Other than me trying
Always
to sneak
push it,
out.
the more likely we are to actually cause trouble for ourselves.
Okay. Then we'll do another round of combat. Then we'll do Evie.
Yeah. I'm afraid it's going to be an EV solo mission.
Logan, D4, please.
You got it, boss. Roll a d4.
Haha, haha. One.
One.
The
Yeah.
Trandoshan is gonna go. He's going to target Scavald. He's gonna fire at Scavald.
Oi.
Scavald has adversary 1. No defense. The Trandoshan's going to spend his maneuver to aim. Let me make sure I got everything right. Yep. Achoo! I'm gonna hit Scavald for a number of damage. Scavald's gonna just eat that. Scavald takes 7 points of damage.
What a bitch.
Scavald shoots you point blank range 7 times. Okay, D3 Logan.
You got it, boss. 1d3.
Haha, 2.
2.
Oh, that's the assassin.
Uh-oh.
That's the one you don't want to go.
Yeah.
Are you gonna target the Wookiee? The Wookiee just took someone down. The people, the crowd are cheering and roaring and everything.
Yeah.
He's gonna take 2 strain to double aim. He's going to flip a dark side point to upgrade his ability. The Wookiee has adversary 1. So anything else? I think that's straight up just it. Alright, let's take a look.
Good God.
It's going to do 15 damage to the Wookiee.
Yeah.
Let's see, Wookiee, here we are. He can take that.
Not too surprising, but yeah.
Now he's going to double crit. So let's see if the Wookiee can take this. Remember, the minimum result of this is let's see. The minimum result this is crippled. Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
This has a mod. The Wookiee already has a critical injury. So with Vicious Fire, that's a plus 60. Does the Wookiee have durable? No, he does not. Temporarily lame. That's just fine. That's just it. The Wookiee eats a nasty shot to the knee that all but takes out his kneecap in one go. There you see the Wookiee stagger onto their side, bracing the bottom of their Vibrax pull into the ground as a makeshift,
Cane.
cane just to crutch just to not collapse to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Coin flip, please.
You got it, boss.
2. That's gonna be the Wookiee. He's gonna go while he still can.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
Would you, unorthodox, would you allow me to use Field Commander from the stands to give Mark a free maneuver?
What's the range on Field Commander?
It doesn't specify one.
Let me look at the full text.
Okay.
So sometimes you have to just check the full text on talents because
Yeah.
it just gives you short text. It doesn't say a range here, so I'm going to assume the range is.
Would you say that he could hear me from where I am if I yelled down?
Sure. I will say you are behind. Mark's kind of beneath where you are.
Okay.
Sure, go ahead.
So I have improved, so we can either do a leadership check, average, or well, I don't have an advantage because I'm not fighting, so that'd be a leadership check. Okay. I did get advantage when I tried to charm. Did I?
Well, okay. What? Okay, sorry. What are you talking about?
So field commander, I can either make a leadership check or I can spend an advantage to let Mark have a free maneuver or action.
No, that's a triumph.
Triumph? Oh, my mistake.
That is to be clear. Okay, to be clear. Since you're asking, I would like because it's relevant. The way this works is that improved is not a separate thing. That is a add-on. Regardless, if you want to do improved, you still have to take the field commander action. It's not an or. It is a you make the field commander action. If you get a triumph on that action, then you can spend that. Yes.
Okay. So I'll make a leadership check. If that succeeds, then Mark gets a free maneuver. If it gets advantage, Mark also gets a free
if he gets
action.
a triumph. Yes.
And Mark will have to use a strain to actually do it.
Yes. That's how it works. It's you need to roll. If you roll a triumph on the action, then then Mark can benefit from improved.
Okay.
Go ahead. Make the before you make the check.
Yes.
I'm going to say, you're right. It's unorthodox, so we're gonna make it a little more interesting. It's not just gonna be a flat roll. I'm going to give you 3 setback die.
Okay.
Because Semra is going to interfere with that.
Sure.
So go ahead.
2. That's correct.
Yes, the difficulty doesn't change. I'm just adding 3 setback die.
I get -2 setback die. Do I have to do that
on leadership?
In the yes, I do. Do I do that in the box? Will it do that for me?
It should do that for you.
Okay. No,
it did not do that for you.
2 of them were blank though. So.
And the one that isn't is just a threat, so it doesn't actually change the result.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than give you another advantage, but that doesn't matter because there's just no successes, so it doesn't matter.
Well, you feel moderately more motivated, but get no tangible advantage.
Yeah. Let's see. It's the Wookiees going now, I believe. You can't benefit from more than 1 maneuver. That's poopy. That's fine. He's going to review the situation and he's going to make his way down towards Mark.
Hey.
Get Wookieed on, son.
No. I have no melee defense.
All right. This is probably going to hurt. You used a ranged weapon this last round. Your last attack was a melee weapon, so he gets a boost. A ranged weapon, so he gets a boost on you.
Yep.
No. Tell you what. I want to target you. I'll target your buddy. That will hurt you more. This will hurt. This will hurt you more.
Emotionally.
It'll hurt you on the inside, and also when you stop getting medical attention.
Well, okay. He's not gonna do amazing damage. That's gonna be 9 minus Scavold Stoke. But Pierce 2.
This bitch has Pierce.
Scavold is alive. However, I'm also going to with 6 advantages double crits.
Oh.
So Scavold is going to take. Let's see. That's a vicious 3. So that's a. Okay. So this is in insta kill range. Okay, he's just gonna suffer a horrific injury.
Oh,
Christ.
To his willpower.
That's fine.
His willpower's already 1.
Yeah, so nothing happens. Let's go.
Other than the fact that he gets discarded.
Yeah.
Scoville goes now. He's gonna maneuver his way out of immediate Wookiee rage. Wait, sorry. Hold on. The Wookiee, hold on.
Don't tell me the Wookiee has attack of opportunity.
No, but he does have Wookiee rage, and he has a critical injury, so he does +2 damage. He does actually just outright kill Scoville with that attack.
oh my god.
I forgot to count for the +2 damage. Scoville is dead. He was 3 days away from retirement.
Yeah, literally.
Alright, that makes it there you go. It's Mark's turn. What's it gonna be, Mark?
Mark is going to roll away,
Okay, yeah.
target
Star
the
Wars-
Wookiee.
Sophia, Star Wars The Old Republic 7-mile roll.
There's some of those. There's
Yeah.
some of them.
Go ahead, Logan.
All right. He's going to true aim for 2 strain
At the Wookiee.
at the Wookiee.
Wookiee does not have any ranks in adversary and no defense.
Okay. This could be the easiest roll of my life, and I'm gonna regret saying that. Huh.
You know, at least you're self-aware.
Uh-huh. I do
Okay.
hold on, let's see. Let me crunch my numbers real quick.
Yeah.
I think you might just kill him. Yes, you do just kill him.
Okay.
He's 1 over threshold.
In that case, I will spend. Ooh, do I want a range defense or do I want a boost die?
Probably range defense, quite frankly. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah. I will spend that 3 advantages on a range defense.
Honestly, probably the best choice here.
Yeah.
Okay. We're at the top of the order. Evie. It's Evie time.
All right. So Evie is slipping out in the hallway, heading
Mhm.
down. Is there, from what we saw in the tours, is there like a security center area?
Yes, definitely.
All right. So I want to go check that out and specifically see if there is any kind of access, like digital access point that I can get to, like computer.
Inside of
is-
the security room?
Depending how manned it is. Otherwise, I'm probably
Likely.
going to head towards the vault.
It is manned, but lightly so. Most people are paying attention to the fight.
That's what I was counting on.
So inside there are 2 people. There's going to be a Trandoshan as well as a technical operator. Not Trandoshan, sorry, a Gamorrean.
Okay.
These are Hutts after all.
Yeah,
Hutts and Gamorreans go hand in hand.
Yeah, they love to hang. Oof. I can't take 2 people out by myself without being spotted, and that's kind of what I'm going for here.
But you could stealth your way into the room.
Yeah, I think I am going to try to sneak in, because this seems like the place where I would disable the shit I want to disable.
Go ahead,
So,
give me a
I'm
difficulty
going to try to
2
sneak
stealth.
on in.
Give me a difficulty 2
Difficulty
stealth
2,
roll.
you said?
Yes, go ahead and give yourself an additional boost die, because both of them are watching recordings of the fight right now.
Okay.
So they're not paying attention, so that gives you an edge.
I'm going to go crazy and tap a light side.
Go ahead, that upgrades your ability again.
Go crazy.
All right.
Oh,
man.
Flat failure. That's the saddest result.
It
There's
really is.
Yeah.
Wait,
Just
sorry,
nothing.
real quick. Where did you get? You should have an additional boost die on that.
That is additional. I had one boost die and then I got another one.
Did I say one? I meant two. My bad.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a boost die because that can change the result.
Okay. One boost die.
Damn
No,
it!
it can't.
Change the result. Okay.
No, it
All right.
fucking can't.
God damn it.
All right. I can't salvage you beyond that. Unless you have something that lets you reroll stealth roll.
I don't think I do. But I will look through my shit real quick. I'll do it as quick as I can.
Yeah, because you might. You probably don't,
Okay,
but
that's
there's a possibility.
Sleeping an opponent. That's if I was trying to take him out, which I'm not specifically.
Perhaps you need to invest some. Get some better stealth.
Yeah, wait. No, I do. I get one more boost die. Oh wait, no, that automatically calculated. Never mind.
Yes, that's probably all. If you get a boost, die, do something.
So I don't have any. No.
Okay.
The only thing I can reroll is computers related.
Okay, you start creeping your way into the security room. You bump into something, making like a mug or like a thermos knock off of the desk and roll over. The Gamorrean looks over, grunts a couple times, taps his technical buddy on the shoulder, and they both look over curiously. They're gonna get up and move that way. They're now a bit more cautious that someone's there. However, in so moving, they have given you easier access to the ports.
I think I'm gonna go with old reliable, straight up lying.
They haven't seen you.
Oh, they haven't seen me yet? Oh,
No,
okay.
they're just suspicious that someone might be here.
Okay. Well,
It could still be the wind.
I think I still have to go for it. Like,
It's that or back out. Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm going for it.
Okay. You're gonna make your way up to the computer,
Yeah.
to the console while they're investigating. You hunker down behind one of the consoles and get your data spike ready to start doing some slicing.
Yep. And so what I'm going for the most in here is disabling alarms and unlocking or somehow getting access to the vault gate.
This
droid.
this is not too hard for you, so go ahead and give me a difficulty normal computers check. Give me an additional setback because you're operating under pressure.
Yeah, that's reasonable. All right. And then I think I'm pretty sure I have a thing that I can take drain to make this better.
Perhaps. I believe you are correct, but I
This
don't know
is-
what it is.
This isn't breaking a code. But it is bypassing security, so I remove that setback die.
You also have Master Slicer.
Yeah, I was going down the list.
Yep.
So yeah, I am gonna reduce the difficulty by taking 2 strain.
Okay.
Um
That's through bypass security.
yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay. And then I just do this fucking quick because I'm fast. Come on.
Boy.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's something.
Well, I mean, Evie, you are a tactical expert. This is well within your field. This is like the conditions you've trained to operate under. This is nothing. You
This
keep
is
your head,
my
keep your
job.
head cool. You got your data pad up, your data spike hooked in. There's a cable running between you and system. What were you looking to exactly? Disable security?
I
What
want
in-
to, yeah. I don't want to fully disable security. I want to disable. Well, I do want to disable the guns if possible. But I don't want to take down the whole security. I mostly just want to make it so that alarms will not go off. So if something gets triggered, nobody else knows except
You can
that
you
thing.
can turn off the vault alarms. Yeah.
Yeah, that was that and getting into the door. Those were my 2 goals here, basically.
Okay, well, you can definitely accomplish the alarms. You can take some more. Okay, you're slicing here. You can definitely disable alarms easily within the time span. You could push yourself for some more time, but if you do, you can probably add yourself to the gatekeeper droids identified people.
Okay. Yeah, I think that given I don't know how to get in otherwise, that is worth it. So I am
Okay.
going to stay here the extra minute or whatever.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to require another stealth check then.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
It's going to be difficulty normal. This time, however, you are operating with a setback added because they are now suspicious of that is someone here.
All right.
And just to make things a little harder, I'm going to tap a dark side point to upgrade difficulty on that.
How did I know you were going to do that? All right.
Because I'm fucked up and evil.
Because this is terrifying I'm tapping it back.
Because this makes for engaging storytelling. That's how you know I was going to do it.
True. And also the distribution of points.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Despite the Gamorrean, they check. You see the tactical officer crouches down, picks up. He crouches down like right by where you are. You can see his like hat peek around the corner of your console. You push your back a bit more flush against it. He doesn't notice you. Picks up the thermos, puts it back on the edge of the console. He looks around a bit, looks at the Gamorrean and says, "I don't know what that was. Come on." Shrugs. They go back to their position. While you take the next bit of a minute, you add yourself to the gatekeeper droid's list of authorized personnel. You also discover that today's password is apparently bantha food.
Okay.
All right, you pull out of here, I presume. Then.
Yeah, I hustle out, and by hustle I mean walk very stealthily.
Okay. Back to the combat for a round.
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna have you roll. I'm going to have the assassin go first.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what. I'll make it more interesting. Flip a coin. If the Trandoshan goes first, there's a chance the assassin won't have the chance to attack you. The assassin goes first.
Okay.
You, my friend, should have stimmed yourself. All right. The assassin is going to take a moment, and he's going to lock down the Trandoshan. Because he's going to kill him first, so that because you're an easier target, because you're not going to come in close.
Yeah, smart.
Quite frankly, you're just an easier target for him. The Trandoshan does not have adversary. He has innate range defense, so he's gonna put a setback on this. Our bounty hunter friend is gonna aim. Our assassin friend, I mean. And is going to upgrade his ability. That's difficulty. Upgrade ability. With dark side. And he's going to do what disruptors do best. Annihilate. Is the Trandoshan alive? He does. I think he just straight up lives, yeah. I think he can eat that damage, honestly, pretty comfortably right now. Because there's no pierce on disruptors. Believe it or not.
Thank fucking God.
I mean, they have so much going for them already, they don't need it.
Yeah, they've really done.
That being said, 3 adventures, crit.
Yeah, here it comes.
Alright. That's with Vicious 5. Does the Trandoshan have a crit already? No, so this can't kill. This remember, because it's lower than 96, it immediately goes up to be at minimum crippled. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because that's the minimum. That's the minimum thing this can do. So the Trandoshan is now crippled. I will cripple the Trandoshan's leg, taking away his free maneuver. To move. You can't take away his free maneuver to move specifically. Yay! All right. That's how Darcy's gonna go.
Could I,
He didn't. Yes.
could I say to Simra?
Go on.
Lord Simra, this fight's quite entertaining. How would you feel if we upped our little wager, raise the stakes a little bit?
Make me a roll. Make me a. I'm gonna say charm again. Go ahead and I think you're still charming him. You're playing into his. I think you're very much charming.
Could we say perhaps after a few attempts at charming, I may be wearing him down a little bit? It's not quite as difficult.
I will give you a boost die.
Okay.
But that's it.
Okay, so difficulty 3,
Upgraded
3
thrice.
Yeah, okay.
And then a boost die. Yeah. I'll give you a boost die. You're right. You're wearing him down a little bit.
Let's go!
Oh shit!
Several grabs one of the slugs from his bucket of them. It squirms as he bites the head off and just spits it into like a discard bucket before he like slurps it down like a big wet fish. He says a couple of words. The protocol droid looks at you and says, his gloriousness says that he's interested in what you have to say. Please proceed.
If Mark wins, or comes in the top 2, that's the rules, we would like to have him return to us, but if he fails and he dies, you could replace him with Lamorsa. What do you say?
I give him the look.
You play a dangerous game.
Turn on your
Someone's gonna turn his head towards Lamorsa. He's gonna eye him up a couple of times. He's like, ho, 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 ho. He wipes his slimy hand off on himself and reaches it out towards Lysander.
I will shake his hand.
He's like, you have deal. Ho, ho, ho.
If this goes wrong, we lose 2 members of the party in one go.
You better fucking
You got
survive this fight.
He shakes your hand and says, "The 1,000 credits still on."
Does it 1,000 credits for what?
It was
He's
500
The-
saying
your bet
the
from
500 credits
before.
each. Yeah. So
Okay, no, that's still on.
the
Of course,
post of
of course.
1,000. Yeah.
Of course.
I can't wait to make you pay twice to take friend.
Man.
You know what? Fair. It is objectively pretty funny.
Like, he presses a button on the armrest of his like throne launcher. He speaks into it for a brief moment. The protocol droid presses it into it, that chimes over the entire arena. Says, "His Eminence wishes to change the win conditions. It is now last man standing."
God fucking damn it.
I mean, yeah.
The assassin looks towards the mark, and there's a real he looks at me and I look at him across the arena.
Yeah.
This
all
is
right,
so
okay.
good.
The
A
Trandoshan
plan.
goes next. The Trandoshan's going to rush up here onto the assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, that's a stupid idea. He doesn't have a melee weapon.
Just runs up and slaps him.
He's gonna. Well, he could do. He does have claws. He's gonna like run and gun. He runs to the side, trying to like hunker away from shots being fired as he fires off a couple of his own. The assassin does have adversary 1, so he upgrades the difficulty. He also has 1 range defense. Yeah, no, yeah, simple as that. He's gonna hit.
Crit.
Yeah, he's gonna crit. Yeah. Ooh. That hurts the assassin a little bit. Trandoshan is going to spend 3 of his 4 advantages to crit.
Oh my god.
Taste your own medicine, bastard.
Shit. Okay. Well,
Gotta be the arm.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
I want it to be.
I know you do. But I'm gonna. The stakes have been raised. I'm not gonna make it the arm. I'm gonna have him catch him in the legs. He's gonna do the same thing. Take away his free maneuver if he tries to move. Mark, it's gonna be your turn.
Okay. Would I be able to run back to the center, grab a stim pack, and hunker down and like take cover?
The magic beans have arrived.
That's for a while ago. Oh wait, hang on. Are you looking at the one that? Fuck. I completely.
In the chat, yeah.
God.
That's yeah.
All right, Logan.
What is that? Semra on the side.
I'm really enjoying your artistic vision.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, Logan. What was the question?
All right. I would like to run back to the center.
Yep.
Grab a stim pack.
Yep.
Preferably use it as well, but
I don't think you can.
Okay.
It is a maneuver to interact with objects.
Okay.
So you would use your maximum amount of maneuvers.
Okay.
That's a new round. Would you let me try and build commander him again?
No, I would say you spent your action, as it were, to negotiate with. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. You could totally run up there and grab a stim pack. There are stim packs in there.
Could I run up there and take cover? Actually, is take cover an action or a maneuver?
Take cover is a maneuver, I'm afraid.
Okay.
But yes,
honestly,
there is enough that you could take cover there.
Yeah. I think my best option is to run up and take cover.
Okay.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rush up and hunker down behind the weapons.
Yeah.
And the brazier, essentially.
I will.
Are you taking 2 strains for a maneuver, or are you swapping your action for a maneuver?
I'm going to take 2 strain.
Okay.
That way I can
you still have an
take
action,
a pot shot. Take a pot shot at this guy, yeah.
The Trandoshan or the assassin?
The assassin.
Go ahead.
Okay. Can't do anything extra, so I'm just gonna roll flat roll.
Remember that's adversary and melee defense.
Sorry. Melee or ranged?
Ranged.
Okay.
Adversary and defense. Is the
just
correct
one defense?
The one defense, yes. Before you roll.
Yep.
Dark side points.
You bastard. I'm just gonna roll it.
Go ahead. Okay.
I'm literally the best that there ever was.
All right. Let me run the damage real quick. I'm pretty sure. I'm very confident this does not kill him.
I would be surprised. He
Yeah.
didn't. He has not taken anywhere near enough damage for me to think that he's close to dying.
No, he's still alive. With that damage, he takes the damage. I have a threat, so I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna be such an asshole. I'm gonna be such an asshole. I'm gonna make you lose the benefit of cover.
No.
I never get to do this to anyone, so I'm gonna do it to you right now.
Yeah. No. All right. Son of a bitch.
You rush up, roll behind cover, like raise your armor, fire a couple of times. A quick shot from the assassin chips away like a whole metal chunk of this brace. You just melts into slag next to you, nullifying the effect of your cover from him.
Damn it. Okay. Was really banking on that cover. Okay.
All right.
That's turn.
That's turn. Evie, back to you.
All right. So having completed that part of my mission, I am heading over to the vault as quick as I can, really.
Okay.
My goal is to make this quick, and since my companion didn't get here, I'm not gonna risk it trying to go back and get them, because, like,
Okay. Yeah,
that seems much more suspicious to come back and leave again.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check to push yourself.
Okay, that makes sense.
You're trying to hustle, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, I just you want to know what I have for athletics?
No, I know what you have. I know. Don't worry.
Does everybody else want to know?
What?
I have one single green die.
Oh.
Go ahead and give me a difficulty. I'm gonna say 2 athletics check.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
You move as fast as you feel you reasonably can without like winding. You feel like if you start to wind yourself, that just looks more suspicious if you pass by anyone.
Yeah, if I'm hustling in the hall, it can be. Oh man, I have to get to the bathroom quick. If
Yep.
I'm full running in the hall, that's someone running to or from something.
You do make it to the droid. It just takes a little longer than ideal.
And then I just go up and give it the password.
Yeah,
with
you
very
walk
much
up
the
to
air
the
of someone who is supposed to be here.
You walk up to the vault door. The hatch on the side opens. The eyeball goes out. You just looks at you in Hutty's like bad word.
Bantha food.
It like snaps back into straight and then just like into the wall. The vault hisses as it depresses into the wall and slides open.
And I see vault as I saw it before. All right.
Wrong. It's fully empty. Someone's been here.
You know what? I was actually thinking, wouldn't it be convenient if someone else was trying to rob this place at the same time and we could blame them?
Yeah.
That wouldn't. I don't think that
They've
would happen, but it would be really
everything
funny.
except the lightsaber.
What the fuck is this piece of shit? Like,
What's it, a battle banana?
I mean, that's what Dooku's lightsaber looks like.
No, everything is as you left it.
All right. I'm trying to think about it. I'm just gonna. I mean, I need to grab the lightsaber.
Yep.
I'm getting the lightsaber. I'm also grabbing 2,000 credits.
If you want access to the credits, you're gonna have to slice into one of those through one of those.
Oh
doors.
yes. You know what? I'm gonna.
You could do that. It'll take you. You just have to take some time to do so.
I'll take a moment to do that.
Again.
Great. Go ahead and give me another computer check then.
I told you I'm getting my fucking money back.
Okay. This is going to be a difficulty 4 computers check.
Okay.
I'm going to upgrade the difficulty with a dark side point as well.
Okay. One moment. 'Cause...
real quick, before you roll, I assume you're trying to hurry because you don't want someone to come and see the vault door open.
Yeah,
So I'm going to impose 2 setback die.
Okay,
Just because you're hustling a little bit, I think.
so
Behind you.
You don't want to do that, I think.
I don't know if there's a way to get out when you're inside.
And it's also gonna just be more time as you have to wait for it to close and then open again.
True.
Would this count as breaking a code? I don't think so.
No, but bypass security effects here.
Yeah, okay. I'm also
You're trying to open a locked door.
I'm also taking strain to reduce the difficulty.
Once, yep.
Wait, sorry, which
Oh.
thing did you say applied again?
Bypass security, because you can remove
being a security device. Okay.
or yeah. Or
Makes
open a
sense.
locked door.
Okay. Let's do this.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. It's you open one of these secure vaults. The door goes like dee-dee, as it flicks to green light and like slides back into the side to open up into the room.
And as I said, I'm not being greedy here. I'm getting 2,000 credits and the lightsaber, and I'm going.
You note, by the way, that as you pick up these credits, you see that they are unmarked.
Fantastic.
Which means they are very illegal.
All right.
That's
Well,
been a report.
I mean, shocker! Stemmer the crime lord has crime in his lord palace.
Yeah, like
yeah.
what do
Looks
you mean?
inside
spoon
crime
found in
lord
kitchen. Like,
has
what do you want?
The crime lord has unmarked bills in his vault. Surprise! Shock!
I love that saying so much. By the way, spoon found in kitchen. Like,
Yeah.
or I think it's fork found in kitchen, but it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. So then I'm going to.
Evie, real quick.
Yeah.
I've added Count Dooku's lightsaber to your inventory. It has an encumbrance of 1.
Okay. All right. I am. I know that this isn't exactly how it works, but could I make an argument that I'm hiding it in my concealed holster where I would normally keep a blaster? I'm specifically going out of my way to have it somewhere that is like concealed.
You can do that, but obviously you can't have your blaster in there then.
Yeah, no, I would just put my blaster in like my normal
Yeah.
stuff
I would. Well, okay, hold on. What's the concealed blaster? That's the concealed holster. That's here we are. It is.
may only hold
okay.
like
Yes, because I say, unfortunately, does specifically specify.
Yeah, I just I want it to be hidden on mine person.
Yeah, I'm afraid your concealment holster will not do that for you.
I will be hiding it normally then in I have I guess maybe just like under some of my gear in my bag. Somewhere where it wouldn't be seen if you look normally.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you're just gonna try and conceal it. I get it.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go back out to the gatekeeper droid.
Yep.
And this is a question for you about what Evie would know reasonably. Does the gatekeeper droid have access to whatever stuff is inside the vault?
Like
Controlling the security stuff in there.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Then I'm going to instruct it to close the vault, to delete the past 24 hours of security footage, and see if it does that.
To the best of your understanding, it complies. It complies to the extent that it's able to, at the very least.
Okay, and then I tell it to remove me from the approved access users list.
Okay. It confirms that it does that, and it says that it sends. It's going to send an order confirmation to the chief technical officer.
All right. Well, that's been done there.
All right.
Do I have any idea where that would be here? Like where a chief technical officer's office would be? Something like that?
You could. That wasn't a part of your tour. You definitely
I
did get
didn't
the
think so.
offices. You could probably make some guesses.
All right. I just have to decide whether it's worth it to get rid of any evidence or to just go back.
Just accept some evidence that this is going to be left behind.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna at least give it a curse. Actually, no. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm
You're
going
gonna
back.
push it? Okay. You're going
I'm
back?
going
Alright.
back to the event.
Mark.
The lunch.
We're
Yeah.
back to combat. Give me a coin toss.
All right. Roll 1d2.
1. That's going to be the Trandoshan.
Thank God.
He's going to get to go first. He is going to continue targeting the assassin, who poses the greater threat to him immediately. Bang, 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 and he's going to make a shot. The assassin has defense and adversary. And I think that's about it.
Oh my god.
It's going to be a hit. This one. Let's take a look. That's going to hurt a bit. But the assassin is going to take it on the chin to the best of his ability.
Bastard.
He's going to manage to remain upright. And with a single advantage, he will just boost die himself on his next turn, I think.
Should he get one?
Should he get one. Speaking of, the assassin's going to go now.
Yeah.
Alright, the assassin's going to try to vaporize the this Trandoshan. Alright, are you ready for vaporizing?
Oh boy. No.
That's alright. It's gonna happen anyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna maneuver aim.
Okay. Alright, you're aiming at Mark, right?
No, I'm vaporizing
No.
the Trandoshan.
Whew.
I'm making it interesting.
I have a chance.
The tiniest of chances.
Okay. I'm gonna pretty sure that the Trando. Yeah, that. Oh, actually, hold on. Is he alive? He might live.
not above.
He is currently alive.
Oh my god.
We'll
My
see
God.
when this crit triggers, though. Because I'm going to take those and crit with them. Perhaps unsurprisingly.
Who crit rating on that shit is nuts.
I know,
Yeah.
it's evil, right?
It's so fucked. Wow.
Is that,
Oh
hold on,
my
is that,
God.
hold on, that, no. It goes up because this is one below the minimum threshold for it. So this actually just becomes crippled again. This time I'm gonna cripple his arm. So now I
Wow.
can't. Now he's got firing problems.
He's fighting for his life either.
Mark, it's gonna be your turn.
Technically, everyone is.
As well.
Yes, they're all
Okay.
fighting for their lives.
Can I stim
Your
pack?
pants. Oh, you can stim pack.
Okay.
No, you have to grab a stim pack first. You have to maneuver grab one from the the pile.
Yeah, maneuver, grab one, maneuver, administer.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. Are you taking
Okay.
2 strain to administer, or are you swapping your action?
I will take 2 strain.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take another pot shot at this guy.
Assassin?
Assassin, yeah. So difficulty 1.
Upgrade 1 setback.
Doing anything else?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, well.
I don't know how this exchange happened. Now I have 2.
Whack. Alright. So upgrade difficulty, upgrade ability. And fire.
Ah,
God damn.
Okay, alright. Okay, you have
I will-
three advantage chase.
I will
Might be worth your time to take the defense.
yeah.
I will
You could
take
make-
an additional.
You could make him drop his weapon, but he will just pick it up.
Well, it's an action.
No, maneuver.
Maneuver. I will take the +1 range defense because I need it.
Okay. Alright. Cycling back top of the round. Give me a coin flip.
You got it, boss.
1 assassin, 2 Trandoshan.
2 Trandoshan.
goes.
We have a chance.
Okay, the Trandoshan's gonna increase the difficulty of his shot because he's lame. As in, well, he's crippled. He's not lame.
Crippled.
Yeah.
He's double crippled.
He's a loser.
Oh, that's just kind of lame, yeah.
That is kind of lame. You're right. Okay, Trandoshan. He's gonna increase the difficulty of his next shot. 2 upgraded ones, 1 setback. Upgrade difficulty again. Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
What a shot. Okay, well, I can tell you he's gonna survive this. That I can tell just based on the damage here. I know my boy the assassin is alive. Let's double check. Yes, he's alive. You can take that. Okay, hold on. I gotta despair and triumph myself.
Yeah. Choose wisely. You destroy the weapon with a triumph, or is that 2 triumphs? That's 2
triumphs to destroy a weapon, yeah. What I will do is the Trandoshan will upgrade his next ability. Check.
Okay.
Well, because he's focused on his own survival.
Yeah, fair enough.
And with the despair, I will make the Trandoshan's gun run out of ammo.
Oh,
God.
He's like firing from like his current position. You hear a couple clicks as the blaster just runs out of energy. All right. Here comes the assassin.
Do-do-do-do-do.
He's gonna kill, and I say, that's all right. Maneuver aim. Here we go. Here we
Oh
go.
my God.
Oh.
The damage on this alone is going to kill the Trandoshan.
Yeah.
He can't. He has high soak, but he's just taken too many hits. The Trandoshan is gone. So I have 4 advantages in the triumph. He's going to upgrade his next check with a triumph.
Yeah.
Then he's going to immediately perform a maneuver to aim at Mark.
Yep.
For 2. And then for 2, he's going to set back your next check.
Oh.
Right, Marky Mark?
Can he do that? Because it's target's next check.
Against the target. You're right. Well, I mean, that's fine. He will just boost die himself then.
Okay.
I don't think that's better for you.
Not much, but it makes it more likely that I hit him.
He also upgraded his own ability. Yeah, he did. So,
Yeah.
If you don't kill him in one shot now,
Okay.
which, for the record, is possible. It's possible. I don't like your odds, but it's possible.
Difficulty
lending you
1,
my
upgraded
strength.
once, 1 setback.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Wild West standoff. True aim.
Okay.
Aim again for 2
No
strain.
cool aim.
Do you have the strain economy for this?
I do.
Have you accounted for the fact that your threshold's reduced?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, okay.
I have a thing in my inventory that automatically lowers
Yeah, okay.
the threshold whenever I equip it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know. Don't roll threats. I will knock you out.
I'm one below
You're
threshold,
one below.
so
You're
you
one
can't.
below. You're right. Well,
Yeah.
I'll kill you if you don't kill me. How about that?
You will kill me either way.
Not today, then tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
I do not think this is enough damage to kill him. I'm gonna run the numbers. Let me pull up then this stat block. Let's take a look here. I'm afraid he is conscious.
Could I tap a light side point and say that this weapon has some quality I can activate with the advantages?
Sure, I'll give you disrupt. How about that?
What does disrupt do?
Setback die to his next check.
Okay.
That's about the best you're gonna get, I think, on a
Yeah.
regular blaster.
All right. For a light side point and my 2 advantages, I give him.
Yeah, you fire. As you go to fire, your thumb flicks a switch by accident on the side of the gun, and you fire just a start, like a disrupt shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Better. Hey, that beats better than nothing.
Can still miss.
Couple around. He's gonna go. All right,
I'm gonna tap a
Mark.
light.
Yep.
I'm gonna tap a light side point to increase his difficulty.
Okay, makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Do.
2 defense.
Hmm?
Mark has 2 defense, 2 range defense.
From what sources right now?
Oh, just his armor.
Okay, those are okay. Both are just from his armor. Okay, because he's not even in cover. Actually, never mind.
Yeah.
And okay.
Both times I've used the +1 range defense, it hasn't come in handy.
All right, he's got 1 additional setback. He's got an ability upgrade in for free and 2 more boost die from his expenditure of threats and of triumphs and advantages.
Yep.
Do you have anything else? You
Is
could lifetime point upgrade difficulty too.
that not what I just did?
Oh, you're right. My mistake. Because that's why my dice is a challenge die, right? Because I did that.
Right. I've got nothing.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's over. It is fucking over for me. I guarantee it.
Oh, there we go. I'm back. Sorry, the last thing I heard was, "Oh my god."
One triumph, 5
Wasn't
successes.
realizing it's
Yeah, I
over.
can see it. Okay.
Let's do damage. Because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Mark survives damage.
I think this is okay. This is going to be 15 damage, which I think you can like just make, right?
I can. Yeah, that puts me 1 under threshold.
Yeah, so you
for
can
wounds.
just take the damage. I have a crit, which I'm going to do the main thing I do with this
Yep.
character because I think that makes sense for me to do. Keep in mind, I could kill you right now.
Yeah.
You're in killable range. This is a plus 60 total because you have 1 already, and then 5 added from vicious.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Mark can die here. There is a we need Loot to tell us the odds, so they happen.
Oh boy.
All right. If I roll 151 to 1, let's see. There are 9 numbers I can roll right now that would kill you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
roll a 151 or above, through a 151 through 116. That would kill you, which I can do. That becomes crippled because that's the minimum it can do.
Right. Okay. So let's see here.
It's not at the brink to actually remember. If it's below 96, it goes to crippled always.
Okay. Let me get.
Yep.
Let me go grab it. Critical injuries. Where is it?
It should be high to the top. It's alphabetic.
I'm not seeing it.
You can see the critical injury folder, right?
Folder? No.
Oh, now you can. It's under items. I didn't have permission set. My bad. I said
Hang on.
server there. Did I not do it? No change. I'm setting. Oh, what do I check to do? Can you now see it? No. Why is it not? I'm literally.
I don't.
You can see it, Magic.
the critical injuries, yeah.
Yeah, in the items tab.
Yeah, right to actors.
Wait. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. I was looking at the compendium packs.
Oh.
I am stupid. Okay, so it's crippled.
It's crippled. That's the minimum injury it can do. If it rolls anything below 96, it just goes up to crippled.
Okay. I need to fucking reread what crippled is. Hang on.
I choose a limb that is crippled until either healed or replaced, and all checks that require use of that limb increases by 1. I'm going to cripple your arm.
Man. All right.
Man,
I want to win.
I know you do, but oh. Okay.
crippled. Or any shot you make is going to have increased difficulty now.
Okay.
That is his turn.
All right.
That is done.
Tell you what, he has a maneuver. He still has his maneuver. He didn't aim, so I'm just going to have him take cover.
damn it.
He hunkers
Why
down
what?
behind some. There's some cover. There's bits of cover and debris around the arena.
Okay.
He's going to hunker down.
Okay. So upgrade difficulty once, 1 setback. Another setback from cover.
Yep, and remember it's increased difficulty once as well.
Yep, did that.
Yep.
Um,
And because I now have dark side points to use.
you piece of shit. Okay.
You piece of shit.
I'm going to true aim,
Okay.
and I cannot do any more because I have no strain remaining.
That's
Here we go.
Right. That's right. Can you even true aim? How much
Yes.
is strain?
It's free. Well, it's a maneuver.
But is it no strain?
It's no strain.
Oh, well.
It is like upgraded aim.
Which strain does Mark have? I feel like at the moment.
Yeah, it's basically at limit.
One
Effectively.
below limit, but yeah. If I did 2 strain, I would go over, and that would kill me.
Yep. Go ahead. It would kill it, but just knock you unconscious.
Yes, yeah.
But then you would be promptly killed.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Let's go.
Holy.
Okay.
Well, objectively could have been worse.
Does this just kill outright?
I think he's just barely alive.
Bitch.
Let me run the numbers. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make sure because I'm not super confident. I'm just gonna run the numbers.
Yeah.
So this puts him at threshold.
God damn it!
Oh.
So he is barely standing.
You
You want to crit him? Or do you have something you think is more useful? Because I know what I'm going to do, and you're gonna hate it.
You're gonna destroy my fucking weapon.
I can't
Is
destroy your
it-
weapon. No.
Well, you can't make me run out of ammo either. Keep that
Oh,
in
you have a
mind.
fucking spare clip. Okay. Oh, I'm so angry. I'm so mad I might just knock you prone.
No.
No, I'm going to. In that case, I'm just going to upgrade his next check.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, I wanted to make you run out of ammo. I'm so mad.
I don't know if critting would even be a good idea here, honestly.
I'm pretty sure if he hits you, you are just down.
Yeah, no, if he hits me, I'm dead.
You can't kill him with a crit right now.
I can't, there's no way I can get him out.
The worst you could do, I think, is like 130. No, 120, because it's one to just trigger the crit overall. 120 is the worst thing you could do, which is blinded.
Blinded.
That's the worst thing you could do to him right now. Well, in terms of numbers. Realistically speaking, you could maim him, which is objectively speaking worse.
Yeah.
Actually, well, objectively speaking, being blinded might be worse, actually. Especially in a combat.
If
I could make him drop his weapon.
Yeah, then he's gonna have to spend a maneuver to pick it up, so he can't aim.
Yeah.
you take them.
You could swap it from maneuver to take cover. Yeah, that's an option. Well, swap it. You can spend it to take a free maneuver.
Yeah.
That's an
Yeah.
option.
I will do that to take cover.
Yeah, that or you could upgrade the difficulty of his next check.
Mm,
Being in cover would also
I
make his next check more difficult.
But yes, but but an upgraded difficulty is always going to be better than a setback die.
yeah.
The chance to roll the spare is much more valuable than a threat or a failure. Well, obviously enough failures means that you just miss, but the spares are powerful.
The spares are very powerful, yeah. I'm gonna have him upgrade the difficulty.
Okay, alright. Alright. Evie, you return to the arena, to the booth.
Yep.
You know, the VIP.
And-
you make
and
your way
as-
in.
As she's coming back in, she's not gonna like make a giant thing of it, but when people are looking at her, she's like sort of like apologetic, like meekly sorry I took so long, sort of a thing.
Yep.
You know, when you're a little embarrassed that you took too long.
You can tell that when Semra looks your way, sorry, not Semra. Semra literally does not acknowledge you.
Yeah, well, that's probably for the best.
But his major domo looks your way, and you can see that he eyes you with suspicion because he noted that you were out for longer than he feels like you should have been.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Not gonna say anything about it though.
Yep. He just eyes you. He doesn't say anything. You see the situation. It's marked by the weapon pile with this assassin in cover. They're like firing pot shots at each other.
Not great, Chief. But nothing else for me to do at the moment. So he's going to settle in and eat a little bit of food,
Yeah.
get back into things.
Baul notes that it's been this exchange for like, the last
Semra.
Yeah, sorry. Semra notes that you can see on Semra he's looking annoyed. This cover fight between Mark and the assassin has been going for too long for his liking. So he's good. Said he presses he gives him he speaks to the protocol, or he presses the intercom button. Says, "Hold fire! His glorious excellence demands sudden death." The contestants are to meet in the middle, walk 10 paces, and turn fire.
God damn it!
After a few moments, the assassin pops out. You see him race out of cover, stand up and hoist his rifle over his shoulder as he walks cautiously towards the middle.
Is there a Star Wars equivalent of spaghetti westerns?
Probably.
Just curious where you got this idea from.
I mean, the Star Wars universe is very Western inspired, so the fact that this is a sort of thing that happens makes sense genre-wise.
All right. Hello again.
All right.
The assassin looks at Mark for a moment, but with his rifle, and before you hear Semra over the comm says, "Rifles not allowed. Blaster pistols only."
Mark gives a smirk.
Alright, the assassin chucks the disruptor into the rifle, into the pile, and rummages in, pulls out the blaster. Alright, he turns his back to you. You do the same, presumably.
Yep.
You start walking 10 paces each. The arena is tense in, it's silence and, as people are watching. Alright, here's what we're gonna do, Logan. Are you ready?
Okay.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a roll. Whoever rolls higher gets to go first.
All right.
Simple as. I think that makes sense.
Yep.
Because whoever goes first probably wins.
Yeah.
The ancient tradition of rollies.
This is going to be a matter of speed.
Yep.
Go ahead. So I'm going to make it a coordination check.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want first roll, or do you want me to have first roll? Actually, why don't you get your roll ready, and we'll just roll at the same time.
Yep. What difficulty?
No difficulty. Just
Okay.
roll. You just need to beat his coordination.
Okay.
Highest coordination gets to shoot first.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
3.
Go on.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Roll.
I go first.
Mark's dead. It's over.
Yeah.
Please try not to die.
Give it a minute, okay? We mourn when you die. We don't mourn when you're not dead.
I mean,
Who knows?
I mean,
Maybe
it's
this guy
fair.
sucks with small weapons.
He does actually. He's not great at them.
See what I fucking tell you? Stop being so negative all the time.
Okay.
I mean, he does fine because he's good at. But this is like, he's much better at like most other weapons.
Yeah.
We also do have light side points.
This is true.
I was thinking
Uh,
that, but I didn't know I could
All
mention
right.
that.
He's gonna fire. It's going to be a difficulty 1 shot for him.
Upgraded once.
Upgraded once. Upgraded twice. In fact, from the despair. You remember the triumphs and despairs?
Yep.
Yeah.
He also upgrades once from the triumph, from the despair. Rather.
Yep.
I will not let him maneuver aim. You can't maneuver aim either.
Damn it.
If
All right.
if you get the chance to shoot.
Yeah. 2 defense.
2 defense, that counts.
Yep.
This is this could go. I will dark side upgrade ability.
Mhm.
Okay, with my 3 ability upgrades that my 2 ability upgrades I've applied, this is looking more favorable for me.
Yeah, here we go.
Oof.
Oh, shit!
Okay.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to. Let me think. How do I want to do this? I have a lot of advantages. I gotta spend them on something. I will set back your next check.
Okay.
Wait for 2.
Yep.
Then I will. No, I'm not gonna set back your next check. I'm gonna take.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw that back. I'm going to. Well, I guess it doesn't matter since you can't, since I'm not allowing you to aim anyway. So you can't use true aim.
Yep.
No, since it doesn't matter, I'm not gonna make you drop your weapon. I'm gonna set back you, and I'm gonna boost die himself.
Okay.
Simple as.
All right.
It's simple as.
Light side point to upgrade. 2 difficulty.
Dark side
Upgraded.
point to upgrade difficulty.
Yeah, upgraded twice. 1 from adversary, 1 from that.
1 range defense. Keep in mind your difficulty is increased because of your.
Yep, I got that.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So you should be looking at a total of 2
2
setbacks,
challenge.
2
2
upgrades, 1 increase. Yeah. An increase goes first. That's why it's 2
Yeah.
challenge.
Yep.
That's it. That should be it.
And I can't do true aim.
Nope.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Yes!
That's it.
Oh shit.
That's all
my
you need.
God.
All right.
You turn and fires the shot basically like nearly it like right by your cheek. It like sears across your cheek. That was a near fatal blow for you. You fire back as quick as you can, straight in the chest. He drops down. The crowd erupts in a roar. However, up in the booth, Samurai slams his fist into the table before he grabs the edge of it and flips it over, like in just rage. All the food clatters through the room and like spilling out over the booth, like into the arena.
Politely clap, try not to upset some further by saying anything about it immediately.
Like, he snaps his fingers towards his protocol droid, which comes over, and with like a small device, he clicks it. Mark, your shock collar triggers.
Mark is holding his pistol up in the air in triumph. He drops it and like falls to the ground.
Oh, this does like 3 strain damage to you, knocks you unconscious.
Yeah.
Is he just clicks down the trigger for the shock collar.
Yeah, he falls to the ground just unconscious.
And he just like angrily shoves it back into the protocol droid.
Yeah, but I was gonna try and grab a stim pack.
He turns his head. He is seething with rage at this loss. He glances at the party, waiting to see if one of you dares to say anything to him.
I don't. But I will I won't shy away either, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Lamorsa is gonna give a bit of an evil glare towards Lysander.
I don't even know that either. I'm just like, yeah, go on. Just the arena.
You can see the anger. The Major Domo kind of steps up and says, yeah, he quickly notices the tension and like hurriedly kind of steps in, like rubbing his hands a little, just like nervously as he kind of like brings his arm a little bit around Lysander's like front to like start like corralling him a bit away from Samra. He like his most glorious, gracious, and patient eminence perhaps believes it might be best that you voluntarily withdraw from his luncheon immediately.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Thank you for the your comments. We quickly leave without saying too much.
Yeah, that's the right call.
Yeah. Evie gives like a head bow, seems to be considering saying something, does not. Fucking out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try not to look extra suspicious.
You get out of the room. The Major Domo he leads you out of the room. He's like, my sincere apologies for the abrupt, and in the midst of while the Major Domo is talking, you hear like a shot go off from inside the room. He doesn't. He stops momentarily and says, "His Grace desire some alone time for the moment."
We'll wait where we were before.
He
We'll
steps to the side as the door opens, and one of the guards, one of the Gamorreans, comes out carrying the protocol droid, which is like fragged to hell after with a shot in its chest.
We are deeply grateful for the glorious Semra's hospitality and will no longer impose on his household.
Yes, I believe that is best. Says His Eminence will honor the agreement made between Captain Voss and himself. We will release the victorious champion back into your custody. However, he says, perhaps should you. He's like, perhaps to smooth over this incident, His Eminence would be most gracious if you were to. He's clearly deliberating on how to phrase it. Pay a release fee.
What?
How much
No.
of a release fee?
Like,
No. You do not take that fucking deal after he bet 500 credits.
Yeah.
That's
like,
ridiculous.
The Major Domo is like, His Eminence would be most gracious and would take his loss in stride if it was smoothed over financially. Perhaps it's the better way to say it.
We can waive the 500 credits that were also part of the deal.
Yes, most gracious. Though, if you are, he thinks for a moment. Like, His Grace is of great standing within the Hutt Council, and You can see him trying so hard to figure out how to say. You should pay so that he doesn't pay
Pirate
like
bounty hunter on us.
so he yeah exactly exactly. He's like he's trying so hard to figure out how to say. You should pay credits so that Semro doesn't tank your standing.
As a gracious tip for the hospitality and the lunch and the tour, we could perhaps earn another 1,000 credits.
Like, yes, your gratuity. It says yes. This gratuity would, I believe, will aid the great Semra's loss of his new champion greatly.
I'll take that off my character sheet.
Right off.
That being said, as a you okay, so you're paying 1,000, is what you're saying.
Yes, and waiving the financial part
Yes.
of the deal.
In so doing, because you are acting, I wouldn't say in good faith, but you are playing their game, I will increase your hot relation by one
Okay.
tick.
Fine.
Yippee!
He's like, you are most gracious, Captain Voss. Again, we will see to it that the champion is released from our custody as soon as after a short respite. As I'm sure you saw, the champion was quite worn down from an extensive fight and needs perhaps an hour or two to recover. In other words, for him to wake back to consciousness.
Nap time!
Honestly, Mark probably needs it right fucking now. at this
Yeah,
point.
Yeah.
That's a
he's
good point.
fucking exhausted.
Would it be practical to pay with the credits that Evie stole?
No,
you-
Or would it
absolutely
be, like,
not.
No.
obvious?
Definitely.
It would probably
definitely
be
not.
incredibly obvious.
Okay, then
I think the major domo would be able to tell if you pay him with unmarked credits.
fair enough.
Yeah.
And it would not make sense for Imperial officers to have unmarked credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Even
will
if
be
we are a special
exchanging
task
these
force.
or
Yeah.
something on Narshada, not keeping.
He's like, most gracious. Again, his eminence appreciates your. He says his eminence appreciates that you are a gracious victor.
Pass on my compliments to Stammer. He has hosted us quite well.
Of course. I will pay due. I will pay your due respects to his eminence. We will, as I said, release the champion to you in but a few hours. We advise that you wait until then. He gives you a nod. Assuming there's nothing else, he makes his way back into the booth.
Alright. Here another shot.
Actually, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Okay. You wait for like an hour. Mark, give me a recovery check.
What is that?
Cooler discipline for your
okay.
strength.
Oh, right.
I'll just put you at 13. I'll put you right over threshold.
Yeah. Doesn't matter which one I roll, honestly. All right, I go to threshold.
You're conscious.
Yep.
As soon as you wake to consciousness, your collar has been removed. The pitmaster returns once you're awake, and everything. The pitmaster gives you your stuff back. And they're like, all right, it says your freedom's been bought. Get the hell out of here.
He's gonna slip his guns back into his armor holsters.
Yep.
And walk without saying a thing.
Mhm.
As you're making your way towards where the party is. You pass by Lanzo in the hallway. He gives a whistle, says, "Look at you, Skip. I heard it was a hell of a fight."
You didn't see it?
Says, "No, I don't have the taste for blood sports."
So what were you off doing then?
He's like, "Oh, I was attending a cell leaders meeting with the Grey Fox."
Right.
He just gives you a look like, "What? Like, literally, what are you gonna do about it?" Right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he's-
We're glad to hear that he's well and active.
Oh no, the rest of the party isn't here. This is before.
Yeah.
Mark's
Sorry about that.
No worries,
Sorry.
no worries, no worries. Like, well, good on you, champ. Good on you. He walks a little, he continues to walk. He pats your shoulder, says, "Remember that offer I made you? It ain't too late to turn things around. See you on the flip side, kid." And then he walks off.
He fucks off.
Just gonna watch him walk off a little bit before going back on his way.
Give me a perception roll. Difficulty 3.
Difficulty?
Please.
3? Okay. I'm gonna tap a light side point.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Man?
Why would you do that?
Damn.
So that happens. So that happens.
But that's
It would have failed anyway, actually, because there are more failed. Even if you take away one failure, that's still a fail.
Yeah.
You don't know what to make of that guy.
Yeah. Can't get a read on him.
All right, you reconvene with the rest of the party, though.
Sure do.
Moira, upon seeing him, is gonna pat him on the shoulder.
You knock him out.
No, that's what
Yeah,
I was gonna
I
say. She like runs up and tries to hug him, and I'm like, wait a minute. He's like severely injured right now.
I
Yeah,
can
this
see
is
that
really
you start doing that and then realize that, oh wait, maybe not.
That's a bad idea. Just shoulder
Yeah.
pad. You did good, brother. That was out of character, by the way. I didn't actually say that.
Yeehaw, feller.
Exactly. Yeah, that doesn't fit at all.
Hey, Moira.
Ugh.
You fought well, brother.
Nice.
Mark.
He like cracks his neck. like
Instantly dies.
he wants out.
You crack your neck. Vicious
one
10
strain,
critical injury.
pass
Let's
out.
go.
Yeah.
Vicious 10, but let's go.
We
Oh
like
god.
sit back or something.
You can sit back him, yeah.
I have a step back. I'm gonna.
You could also just
back.
try to give him. I mean, I know that he's the guy who normally does medicine, but we're gonna head back to the ship, aren't we?
Yeah, you probably don't want to do that here, though. You probably want to do that on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like we should go on the ship, do whatever medical stuff is necessary there, and use stim packs afterwards because they're more like, in the moment type stuff.
Yeah.
I assume we're aware that we have the lightsaber, right?
I don't think Evie's outright said it.
She has
I think so.
not because of the danger. I think the thing is that at this moment, either we have the lightsaber or we failed and we need to leave. There's not really
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to leave regardless. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark. To be honest.
Yeah, no,
Just like thank God I wasn't actually sold into slavery.
Dude,
that would have been a weird way for a character
Can't
to
believe
leave.
you guys fucking did that. Looks at you.
I need you to know that as soon as Lysander put Lamorsa on the table, I tried so much harder to win that fight.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
I would have been very amused by that.
That was like, I was trying. I was playing,
Playing the
a
game.
bunch of people against each other. But at that point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to win now.
I would love to imagine worst case scenario. Mark dies, Lamorsa gets sent in, and Lysander's just like, "No, I bet Moira next." Like, just goes through the whole
Our
party.
team.
I was
Eliminate
honestly
the
surprised you
entire
did
team, trying
Lysander
to
and not
Collect
Moira.
one by one.
Ugh.
He did Lamorsa, not Lysander.
I picked Lamorsa because Lamorsa looks the most like someone who would be in a fight pit. But that might be
Yeah, that's
That
what's
makes
up
sense.
with you
Fair
today.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were gonna choose a member of our team to fight for you in a fighting pit, it would probably be Lamorsa.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. You gonna make your way out of here?
Head back to the ship.
All right.
Yeah.
Does Mark have anything to say to the party now they're together? Or no, is you just gonna?
No,
walk?
he's exhausted. He wants to leave.
All right. I think we'll end session there then.
Alright, well,
That's
okay. Thank you for
Oh my
watching.
god.